Oops, General Tuoba deserves to be born from the golden family. The material of this suit is unusual, like some kind of silk woven. I heard that the snow silk gleams and cool, can it be said? Vu, what do you want to do? Pull it out for me. Mangagreat.com. No. If I don't even have my Silothes in front of the soldiers, how can this general be the general? Who dared to fight with this general for him? The military decree of the Azure Dragon D4 Nasty is here. If you dare to def 4, to Oba V, it is the equivalent to def 4 ing the Emperor's prestige. After you die, I will wait for people to grab your Lothes, and we see and also break the formation. Mangagreat.com. Vu. Oh, nothing. Throw. The face of this general is completely lost. Visit and read this manhwa at mangagreat.com to support the translation team. If it weren't for Master's secret transmission, I really don't know that there are so many treasures in to Obaye's hands. In fact, these materials are not used at all, and I can sell them for a lot of money when I go back to Duoba building. I just want to tell you the rewards he has received over the years. I didn't expect that you had scratched everything and didn't even let go of his clothes. Aren't you afraid of his revenge afterward? Then I'm afraid he will live for a long time. Don't care about him, let's solve the formation first. Mangagreat.com. For generals, please place 5 puppets and a totem for suppression. At the same time, the generals, please go to the remaining tomes, and be sure token their outer protective array. Swish. Swish. Golem Cattle 4Z. Mangagreat.com. Room boom boom. Mangagreat.com. The soldiers, least 10 to the orders, with me as the enter, the soldiers in charge of the military formation, see the Azure Dragon to drive away from the Enam 4. The rest of the soldiers held shields to defend, not seeking to kill the Enam 4, but to resist. Neongagreat.com. For yes, sir. Something's wrong, they gave up offensive and devoted themselves to defense. Are they waiting for reinforcements? How about we also join the war? No, they have an army and it is difficult to eliminate them quickly. If we don't wipe out the fighting and leak our vitality here, their generals will definitely notice that it will only be more troublesome then. I think they use 4 people and 5 puppets, and 9 martial masters to press on the totem. They intend to destroy the totem and want to break the formation. It seems that there are people in the army who are proficient in the formation. Mangagreat.com. Although the totem is unbreakable, to be safe, let's focus on attacking the 4 martial masters first. Ahoo! Sure enough, their party will not let us break the formation, we can only fit hard while suppressing the totem, but I don't know how long we can last. Yue Ming. Look at the amazing idea Vu made. When I stand in such a prominent position to suppress the totem, I will only be attacked as a living target. How can I break the formation like this? Mangagreat.com. I never said that there is only one way to break the formation. Ha? Do you feel that the vitality used in the army is getting thinner and thinner? It turns out that I'm not the only one who feels this way. What is really happening? Look, the blue dragon in the army has become transparent and is about to disappear. Mangagreat.co. Sealed it be that the military formation can't stand it, it can't be so fast. No, I was deceived. The supreme on the totem is just bait, and the one who is really responsible for breaking the formation is the kid who is being guarded. He is gathering tens of thousands of soldiers to supply the vitality of the arm for, Uakly solve him. Ahoo! Mangagreat.co. Boom. Only now you found out that it was too late. Mangagreat.com. Of the vitality that tens of thousands of soldiers used to deploy the army has been concentrated on one point, such strength. Enough to break it forcible for. Mangagreat.com. The formation is broken. The killing array has been broken, and I will have no more worries. Kill. Visit and read at our website mangagreat.com. Kill Mangagreat.com ahoo. Looking for death. We can only be tough right now. Mangagreat.com, two old things, do you really think I don't know what you are hiding? Martial Saint level puppet, see Oman. Mangagreat.com. Although the snow werewolves are stronger than the humans, they are not blessed with weapons. Like humans. Coupled with the puppets of the generals, even if there are two martial saint level powerhouses in the snow werewolf clan, it is difficult for them to take advantage. So even if they are well prepared and the number is overwhelming us, they still want to use the power of the formation Tawan, but unfortunately, their plan is lost. Ming, help me stare at the movements of the guru and snow werewolves. Ha! Next, let's start the real fight. Ahoo! Mangagreat.com. No one knows how long this fight will last, but there is one thing. Whether it is the Snow Werewolf clan or the officers and soldiers team, only the winner is qualified to live. From the minions to the generals, everyone has all their cards, and rushes forward without any reservations, regardless of the consequences. This is true for the human race, and the same is true for the Snow Werewolf. Mangagreat.com. Ming is always vigilant for any potential threats that may come. Ming is also highly concentrated, doing his best to kill the enemy desperately. Like everyone on the battlefield, he is caught in an endless fight. 5 even days later daytime. Are you the ones who are going to fight with me next? Ahoo! Mangagreat.com. Ahoo! When the chaos started, these snow werewolf vestal seemed to these soft persimmons, scrambled to besiege me. It hasn't been a few days, why would they run away they some of? Although it was only a short period of 7 days, during these 7 days, the master used the convenience of the formation, coupled with the physical quality that was much stronger than the snow wolf man, killing too much and the body had accumulated too much murderous aura. Mangagreat.com, your murderous aura is so strong that even the snow werewolves who have been fighting for years on the battlefield will feel scared when they see it. The suppression of murderous intent is not the suppression of realm, nor the suppression of strength, but an instinctive suppression caused by killing. It seems that an animal has seen a natural enemy, even if the natural enemy is only a fragile infant, it will feel threatened to live and instinctively feel scared. The snow werewolf's momentum is exhausted, and many of them are running away in a panic. It seems that we have won this battle. Boom room. Mangagreat.com. My God! The heavenly secret army of the Azure Dragon dynasty is dispatched. Can mobilize such forces. Is it possible that the person who was coming this time is Admiral Di Zhanxian? Mangagreat.com. Di Zhanxian? Our Azure Dragon dynasty has 36 generals, and they hold more power than the generals. Among them, there are 2 generals who are the most adept at killing, namely, Admiral Di Zhanxian and Admiral Huatu. The 2 generals have fought in the outer world all year round, and they have made great achievements in battle. When they were young, they were named marquises. There are even rumors that the 2 generals will be named kings of different surnames. So powerful, does the imperial dynasty dispatch Di Zhanxian? Does it mean to move the snow werewolf clan in earnest? Di Zhanxian came here, not only the snow werewolf clan, I'm afraid that the entire alien race and even the high-level monster beasts in the entire ice and snow wasteland would be wiped out by him. Mangagreat.com. I hope not to disturb the one underground in the ice and snow wasteland, otherwise, we will be in trouble. Who is that underground man? According to legend, there is an ancient demon god sleeping under the icy wilderness. He wakes up every 1,000 years and feeds every 1,000 years. Every time he feeds, he will cause disasters affecting the entire Tianyuan continent. The level of this demon god is said to be higher than that of all human war gods, so the Azure Dragon dynasty has always been reluctant to provoke it. 7 enroll soldiers only know that the snow werewolves have survived so far because the wasteland is barren and it is not worth fighting, but they don't know that this is the rhetoric of the dynasty that wants to save face. For tens of thousands of years, the demon god was the main reason. Mangagreat.com, can the ancient demon god live that long? It's hard to say that some monsters have a long lifespan, and they can live for tens of thousands of years after they become a monster. Even if it is as strong as the heavenly ancestor, sometimes it will be afraid of specific monsters. Yi Ming, take a rest here with me for one night, and tomorrow you will go to the north to join the heavenly mystery army. Steel yourself properly. The war is not over yet. For the next half month, Yi Ming participated in the battle every day, fighting the enemy courageously. Until the end of the war. Yi Ming won a total of 60 million military exploits and was promoted to the 4th rank of colonel, only one step away from the general position. Wu Qianying also performed well, gaining 1 billion military exploits. According to the military merit reward system of the Azure Oregon dynasty, after a person becomes a martial artist, they can be promoted to a general, lead the 3 armies, and control power. Mangagreat.com. Fortunately, until the end of the Northern War, the ancient demon god did not wake up, which made many people breathe a sigh of relief. After leaving some soldiers to guard, the army will withdraw to the imperial dynasty. Yi Ming, I didn't expect you to have such an outstanding performance on the battlefield. I looked down on you at the beginning. It's not, thanks to the cultivation of the master, now the war is over, here I. These days, I can see that you have something in your mind, so let's go and do what you want to do. Hangagreat.co, after these days of fighting, the chi in my body became more and more solid, as if it might gush out at any time. This is a precursor to a breakthrough, and I can even feel that this breakthrough is stronger than usual. As the so-called accumulatively accumulates, it is not a coincidence that you are about to become a martial artist. Not only the realm, but my microstep was finally completed, and the 3 stages of the death step showed signs of fusion. I was also very proficient in yin and yang, cutting off the faint dawn, and this trip was quite rewarding. Calculating the time, it is approaching the day when the golden secret realm opens. Although I want to break through in the Red Sun Cave, I should return to the Long family first. MT. Within the territory of the martial artist, there are no sea hallengers. If not, these 5 clansmen will travel to the Golden Secret Realm on behalf of our Long Famil 4. There is also Xiaobai. Xiaobai will also participate. He is very strong now, and he will definitely be able to challenge Fui. Ha ha ha, are you talking about Long Xiaobai who relies on women for food? Is he strong? I admit that his bloodline is really amazing, but he is still only a samurai. You said that a samurai can beat the 5 strongest samurai in the Long family? What a Ioki! Mangagreat.com, who can stand here today, who hasn't awakened a bloodline? Long Xiaoyun, you have to understand this, when we awakened our blood, Long Xiaobai didn't know where to hook up with women. Can that waste be compared with us? Don't you boost him. If he really has that level of strength, why hasn't he appeared now? Xiaobai, where have you been? Why haven't we come rack? Do 4OU really want to miss this opportunity for? Xiaobai is still practicing in the bamboo forest? Mangagreat.com. It should be, no one saw him anywhere else, or should I go find him? No, he knows the importance of the Golden Secret Realm. He may get a breakthrough soon and he can't leave there. If he can't make it in time, let these people go. Manga Griocum. Ha ha ha, who said his uselses? I was. Long Xiaobai is here. Which one of you wants to fight me? Mangagreat.com. Didn't you hear what I said? Who fights me? Is this still Xiaobai? Why does he look so terrible? I just looked at him and felt a little difficult to breathe, as if I had seen a terrible monster. Master, put away the murderous intent first. Most of the Long family are pampered and spoiled since childhood, and their ability to resist murderous intent is far worse than that of the snow werewolves on the battlefield. Mangagreat.com. Oh, I just came back from the battlefield and didn't adjust to it for a while. I'm sorry, I just went to the monster beast forest to do a mission and killed a lot of monster beasts. I let everyone make fun of me. How about, shall we start a fight? You can also go together. That murderous aura can be released by humans? Mangagreat.com. If I fight with you, will I be killed by you and become a fool? Damn it, how many monsters did this guy kill? 10,000? 100,000? I seem to smell the smell of blood from him. Xiao. Xiao Bai. Let me give you my place, so you can go to the golden secret realm instead of me. How embarrassing it is, after all, it is your hard-working quota, or let's play a game. No hard work, Xiao Bai, you are our long family's hope in the future, and it is my honor to be able to give you that. Let you go instead of me. If that's the case, then it's better for me to respect my fate. Mangagreat.com. What's the matter with the murderous spirit? He really went to the monster beast forest? If so, why did no one see him go out? That kind of murderous aura, at least 100,000 kills were condensed. I don't believe that there are so many monsters in the monster forest for him to kill at will. Everyone has their own secrets. As elders, we can just watch them grow. There is no need to ask questions. Xiao Bai, you come to my room later, there is someone asking to meet you in person. Mangagreat.com, it's the Yois of the Patriarch, someone wants to see me in person? That day. Xiao Bai, come and meet Elder Mu Jianchen from the Sword Pond. It's Xiaobei's honor to meet Senior Mu. Mu Jianchen? Why is this name sounds a bit familiar? Long Xiaobai seems to have met this person in his past. Humph, Long Xiaobai, you and my daughter did the same thing, and you took her pure virgin, so is there anything you want to explain? It comes to mind that this person is Mu Lianhua's father. In Long Xiaobai's memory, Mu Lianhua was the daughter of Mu Jianchen, and Mu Jianchen loved her very much. Probably last year, due to an accident, Long Xiaobai and Mu Lianhua met and developed a good impression of each other. Mangagreat.com. Then I found an inn and put them to sleep, and Mu Lianhua spent the money in the inn. Damn it, I'm still a virgin, so why should I have to bear the fault of other people? Now that he came to my door to ask for an explanation, where can I find an explanation? Moreover, looking at Mu Jianchen's appearance, he can sit on an equal footing with Long Xiaoyun, at least he must be a Valkyrie. I didn't do any bad things, but I was spotted by a warrior somehow. It's really unlucky. This face is really unlucky. Boy, because I was still in retreat to practice, I couldn't find you to deal with this matter immediately. Now that I am here, you should talk about how to solve this problem. Ha, Brother Mu, as the so-called love between men and women, it's human nature. I have considered this matter, and I will go to Sword Pond with a betrothal gift after a while, and my Long family will grandly marry Ling Qianjin. Mangagreat.com, but I heard that this person from your Long family has very poor qualifications and is well known for relies on women. If he relies on women, he still has no status in the Long family. This kind of person is worthy of my daughter? If it is said that Xiao Bai has no status, then it must be a rumor. Xiao Bai is my grandson. Don't I, the grandpa, love him? Brother Mu, don't worry, after Xiao Bai emerges from the golden secret realm, he will be the heir of the Long family. With his aptitude, if you let him go to the golden secret realm, do you want him to die? Xiao Bai's aptitude is far superior to that of his elder brother. Brother Mu will know about it in the future. Stare. Except for his appearance, this Long Xiao Bai can be regarded as a talented person, and he is also outstanding in terms of his muscles and bones. If he can really become an heir, he would be worthy of my daughter. After all, it turns out that I came to be the son-in-law. If Long Xiaobai is still weak as before, I'm afraid that the two families will fight hard. Mangagreat.com, it's too early to say this. When this kid comes out of the secret world, we will talk about marriage again. What a kid! That old Mu's daughter is beautiful, and you had them all. You deserve to be a descendant of my Long family. Grandpa, do I really have to marry Mu Lianhua? Of course, you must marry her, but she can never be your legal wife, at most she can be a concubine. Let Valkyrie's daughter be a legal wife? Can someone agree to it? Xiao Bai, you have extremely pure blood of the Long family, and in the future, you will be the Holy Lord of the Long Holy Land, and even serve as the patriarch of the Long family. Mangagreat.com. Although that Mu Lianhua is good, she is not good enough for you. When the time is right, Grandpa will find a good relationship for you. Not to mention marrying a royal princess, it shouldn't be difficult to marry a princess from a kingdom. Hey Long Xiaobei's biological father, you'd better come back quickly, otherwise, Long Xiaoyun will arrange the marriage, it will be a big deal. I don't want to marry a few wives and concubines with someone else's identity. Leave the wedding aside for now, Xiaobai, you will go to the Golden Secret Realm tomorrow. Have you gained a lot from your practice these days? Grandpa, I am about to break through. I think I will enter the realm of martial arts soon. Thunder Dragon Tour has also been practiced, so I can do whatever I want. Not bad, Thunder Dragon Tour is the final form of Thunder Dragon's palm, even this trick can be practiced, presumably, it is difficult to have an opponent in the secret realm. According to the observations of many great families for so many years, the Golden Secret Realm has the inheritance of Buddhism and Taoism civilization. If you can get one or two during this trip, it is a great opportunity. Buddhist civilization? Grandpa, isn't our Tianyuan continent mainly a martial civilization? You said that the Buddhist civilization is in the ancient Buddhist world, how come there is one in the Golden Secret Realm? I'm not sure about the details, but it must be that in ancient times there were great powers of the Buddhist Taoist civilization who came to our Tianyuan continent and left their legacy behind. Nowadays, the Buddhist civilization has long been extinct in the Tianyuan continent, so if you can get some of the heritage, you may be able to bring it back. Since the Buddhist civilization is a higher civilization, its heritage must be more powerful than those from the martial arts, right? Mangagreat.com. For some reason, after returning from the battlefield, even if I became Long Xiaobai, I could still use my own abilities such as the three realms of the gods. I think the Hao Tian sect was satisfied with my progress and reduced the restrictions. The next day. Mangagreat.com. This 6 are from the various golden family of martial gods. Gathering the power of 6 martial gods is to forcefully break the barriers of a small world. This golden secret realm is not simple. Mangagreat.com. If 4 you don't get in now, there's no time to lose. Mangagreat.co. Is this the golden mystery? How can there be sun and moon in the sky at the same time? The Buddha's way calls a space with a sun and moon a small world, and this should be a small world of the Buddha's way. Last night, I studied some books on the Buddha's way, and it really came in handy. The small world of Buddhism, should it be the same as the small world opened by the Valkyrie, right? Although it is very similar, something is not right, at least in the small world opened by the Valkyrie, I have not seen the sun and moon. There are a lot of opportunities here, since we are all from the Long family, why don't we act together and take care of each other? No, we can't. This place is so big, how long will it take to explore it together? We should act separately, we can find more things. Go with you? Then how to share the treasure? This place is isolated from the outside world, in case you kill people to get the treasure, we will have to kill all for you? Mangagreat.co. Xiaorai, let's separate from now on. It seems that your murderous spirit has left a shadow on them. Judging from these stores, the city should have been very prosperous a long time ago, but for some reason, the inhabitants have long since disappeared, leaving these monuments intact. I am afraid that the walls and houses will fall apart at the touch, just like this jar. Mangagreat.com. Apparently, they have survived for a long time, appearing complete on the surface, but long since reduced to powder on the inside. It seems that the only valuable in the city is the tower. The tower, the first floor. Ming, what is this? This is a Buddhist sutra copied by Buddhists using shell leaves and is an initiation to the Buddhist path, called the Sutra of Ultimate Bliss. The Hao Tian religion has a similar Hao Tian canon, which is used to strengthen martial artists' faith in the Gods. That Hao Tian canon is the only thing on the merit tablet that does not require merit to exchange. I have also read, the main content is blowing how great Hao Tian God is, teaching the disciples to think by its example or something, is very boring. Mangagreat.com. The tower is very high, so let's go up a few floors. Such a large tower, after 35 floors, either Buddhist scriptures or murals, stone statues, can't see a single thing. If it is the secret realm of martial civilization, such a lifelike mural, it is likely that a projection will emerge from it, and the observer fight, the winner will get the inheritance. Yes, the Buddhist Khmelization is really just to show us a painting, but it is also too petty. It's Master Y's diversionary talisman. How did they come out? Mangagreat.com. Countless memories from reincarnation came up in a flash. But these memories are very faint, even if I think back carefully, I cannot recall anything. What's even stranger is that I actually felt that the Buddha in the mural was amiable, as if he was waiting for me. Mangagreat.com. Mangagreat.com. B is 2. What is happening? Everything is incredible. The master should have received some kind of inheritance but did not meet the conditions to open the inheritance, that's why. Inheritance? Why would I suddenly obtain the inheritance of the Buddhist civilization? Could it be related to these two pieces of the E-Master's bilocation talisman? The two pieces of the amulet originated from Yi Xiantian's divine soul lotus, the Buddhist civilization, and the Pure Land Saints often incarnate with lotus flowers. It must be for this reason that the master was recognized by the stupa as a person with a destiny to Buddha and given the inheritance. I don't know whether to call it amazing or strange, but one thing is clear to me, mangagreat.com. That is, I seem to be able to see something not normally seen. There is a lotus pond in the east of the CID for 38 miles. There is a lotus flower in it. Mangagreat.com. There really is a lotus flower. And just by seeing it, I could see its origin in my mind. The Buddha once preached here, and this lotus heard the spirituality, giving birth to 7 lotus seeds. If you can take them, you can purify the spirit, help to understand the Buddha's hand seals. After the master obtained the Buddha's legacy, you are considered to have lived with the Buddha's karma. Mangagreat.com. Next, but all the treasures of the Buddha's way, the master will not only be able to sense but will also know its origin. After I took the lotus seeds, the lotus pond really disappeared, as if they were waiting for me through the years. There it is again. 13,000 miles to the east, there is a huge stone wall. Mangagreat.com. There are 6 Buddhist handprints on the wall. These 6 handprints are the seal of immobility, the seal of the subduing demon, the seal of expelling evil, the seal of purity, the seal of light, the seal of the Buddha. I just took a glance, and then burned in my mind, as if I initially knew the general. These 6 hand seals have different effects and can also be used in combat, similar to the martial arts techniques of the Buddhist civilization. Although I got 7 lotus seeds, understanding the hand seal has a big help, but the problem is that I do not have the necessary Buddha light cultivator. The importance of the Buddha's light to the hand seal is the same as the importance of vital energy to martial arts. Without the support of vital energy, martial arts is just fancy. In the same way, without the Buddha's light, even if I have learned the hand seals, I would only be posing, and I would not be able to exert any power. With Buddha's light, everything will be different. Mangagreat.com. Mangagreat.com. This is the Buddha Elixir. The power of the Buddha's light of the Buddha Elixir. Ha ha, I said, how can a large secret area not find a treasure? I was looking for half a div 4. It was hidden in here. Those 6 pills are filled with divine light, definitely a rare treasure. M4 chance has fin all 4 come. Mangagreat.com. Hey, When the pillar of light completely disappears, it is time to take the elixirs. I have never seen such a color of the elixirs, and I do not know what the effect is. Whatever the effect, as long as it's a treasure, this shitty secret world wandered around for half a day only to see a pile of ash. It's really bad luck. Everyone. These elixirs were found by me first. I was the one who saw them first. Shouldn't it be first come, first served, and they are mine? Nonsense, who saw that you drew out the potion? Do you have proof? You're just one step ahead of us, and you want to take it all for yourself? Mangagreat.co, of course, we martial artists rely on our ability. Let him see the real thing. Whoever can grab it will be given. Do you want to rob? Take this. IIS chance. Such a divine elixir, I'm the one who is destined to get it. I will see you later. Swoosh. He's so fast. And he's so strong, what kind of astral energy is that? It likes he can IS smash you eyes apart. It looks like you guys can't beat me, even if you rob me hard. Do you want to continue? Damn it. Even if we got it, how dare you provoke UIS? Manga griocum. So angerv. See on. I'll give this Krez 4 kid a good beating. Open. You are the ones who said that we martial artists do not distinguish between the first and the last, and rely on our ability. I'm not following your rules, I'm here to fight you, can't I do that? He was so fast, we couldn't catch up. Damn it, don't let me see him again. Mangagreat.com. Haha, I told you, how can there be one seriation with such a big secret realm? Tree sires. Here I come. How are you all doing? I just said I'd see you again, but I didn't expect to see you again so soon. Mangagreat.com. Didn't 4OU run in the opposite direction? How seom your BACK? You have all 6 divine pills to 4 ourself, and Yuri still not satisfied. What a bull for. Ahahaha, let's grab it Tota 4. Brother, don't rob. We admit our mistake, Oka 4? If we let you do it a few more times, we'll have to go home empty 4-handed. The light is scattered, the clouds are a simple, good treasure. Manga Griagam. Visit and read this manhwa at mangagreat.com to support the translation team. Not good. Master, there are peerless evil things below, and the bronze mirror is used to suppress evil things. Mangagreat.com. Something scaro is seoming out. Damn, no hair was, ought, and I had to run for my life, how could I be so unlucky K4? Run awa 4. Flee. Magiagreat.com. Not good, the Siret realm has fallen, and a large number of monsters have appeared. A great.com, quicker, quickly close the entrance. It's a monster, the monster is about to come out, the ancestors, save me. You'll aid east. Mangagreat.com. Cruel. Not. Mangagreat.com. Shabai, what's going on in there? After I took this bronze mirror, a crack appeared in the secret realm, and monstrous evil energy was released from it, shaking the world. Afterward, a large number of monsters rushed out, and I could only leave. By the it seems that there are demons suppressed Buddha in the small world. Bronze mirrors are demon suppressing things, if you take them away, they will come out. That's not a bad thing either. Isn't I bad? The reason why you were sent into the golden secret realm is because of the restrictions of the small world rules. People who are stronger than the martial master realm are not allowed to enter, otherwise, they will self-destruct. Mangacaps. Now that demons appear, it means that the power left by the Buddha has been weakened, and the order of the small world will also change, and we can enter and leave at will. Don't worry about the demons inside, they won't come out for a while. After I wait for the Valkyrie to be ready, I will go in and explore. By the way, Grandpa, this is the Buddha elixir I found in there. I don't know, Grandpa. This kind of elixir is only of great help to those who cultivate Buddhism. It is also a waste to use it for outsiders. You can take it for yourself. According to the agreement, you are now the eldest son of my long family, and I see your astral energy gathering in the cauldron, and you will break through in a few days. If you want to go to the martial arts realm to warm up your spiritual roots, it will cost a lot of resources. Keep holding my patriarch order. Go and collect the resources of the clan in preparation for a breakthrough. Thanks, Grandpa. Koya, the patriarch order cannot be taken back. Long Xuan is really cultivating me as a future patriarch. You go back with the other clansmen first, and I will stay here with them to discuss the secret realm. Mangagreat.com. With the support of 500 divine pills, it is enough for the master to cultivate in divine sea for a long time. Haha, I have to say that it is cool to have the patriarch order. The big long family can go wherever they want, and the things in the library can be picked at will, and someone will serve them with both hands. According to Long Xiaobai's memory, the little old man in charge of the warehouse is very unusual, and it is extremely difficult for him to find others to order the spirit. Stone flowers. Now I hold the patriarch's order, and I open my mouth to get 500 divine soul pills, and the little old man's hands are shaking when he delivers it. Mangagreat.com. 500 divine soul pills, worth 10 million supreme coins, are given away for nothing, and the patriarch loves him too much. There are obviously many more valuable things in the warehouse, many of which are enough to make martial saints and even martial gods jealous. Why didn't the master listen to Ming and evacuate him directly? You are too ruthless. If you really want to evacuate Long Xiaoyun, you can't be mad, just take what is necessary. Let's try the power of Buddhism and Taoism first. Mangagreat.com. Visit and read this manhwa at mangagreat.com to support the translation team. This is the Buddha's light? It is completely different from the feeling of vitality circulating in the body. It is another brand new thing, and its intensity seems to be influenced by the spirit. Ming knows little about the Buddhist and Taoist civilization, and it can only be figured out by the master himself. Now, when I think back to the 6 Buddhist mudras, a very strange feeling will arise. Mangagreat.com. It seems that they are no longer just simple handprints, but another form of martial arts with mysterious connotations. It can't be triggered with vitality, but it is very natural to activate it with Buddha's light. Of course, if I want to use the power of the mudra, I need to spend a lot of time understanding and honing. With the help of this lotus seed, I can get twice the result with half the effort. Divine 5EA. Mangagreat.com. There are 6 kinds of Buddhist and Taoist mudra, namely, immovable seal, demonic seal, exorcism seal, purification seal, light seal, and Tathagata seal. Among them, the immovable seal can strengthen the physical body. The body is connected with the earth, and the earth absorbs a large number of attacks, which is a defense seal. The demon seal can restrain all inner demons and clear away the demonic obstacles in practice, which is of great benefit to oneself. The seal of exorcism can suppress and drive away all evil and filthy things, tyranny over foreign objects, and restrain all evil spirits. The purification seal, which can purify the body and mind, remove the impurities in the body, and is also a mudra that is only beneficial to oneself. Light seal, the only attacking handprint among the 6 great handprints. Once it is printed, it emits a great deal of light, with boundless power and cultivation to the extreme. It can illuminate the 3 great worlds and purify the 5 elements. Mangagreat.com. Tathagata seal, refining the mudra of the gods. Cultivating this mudra can strengthen the soul, absorb the breath of the Buddha and purify the body, and finally cultivate the mind of the Tathagata Buddha, with deep wisdom like a sea. I thought it would not be difficult to cultivate this seal with my understanding, but every handprint contains so much mystery and wisdom. It would be too hasty for me to compare it to martial arts. Just calm down and practice hard. 36 years later. Mangagreat.com. 36 years ago, it took so long to only reach the level of the use of hand seals, which is still far from great success. It looks like the last time I comprehended the formation method. Let's cultivate for 1,000 years. Master, this is inappropriate. It is not appropriate to spend a lot of precious time practicing hand seals. Time is precious? Can't the time in the divine sea be controlled at will under the divine performance technique? How can you say it is precious? The speed at which time passes can indeed be adjusted at will, but the total amount of time consumed is limited. The divine sea opened up by the third layer of divine performing arts can only support the master to practice for 10,000 years. 10,000 years? What if it exceeds? The space opened up by the divine performing arts in the divine sea is actually a small world controlled by the master. The existence of the small world rests on the big world, and the space-time distance from the big world cannot be pulled too far, otherwise, it will collapse. Up to now, the master has been cultivating in the divine sea for 9,040 years, and there are only 960 years left. Mangagreat.com. Considering that it will take a lot of time to cultivate the Xiantian White Emperor sword, or to comprehend more important things, it is better to save some here. 960 years. This time is only used to practice hand seals, indeed a little waste. It seems that I have to save it in the future. The Buddhist and Taoist hand seals should be tempered and refined in actual combat, and then we should consider breakthroughs. To advance into a martial artist, a warrior must rely on his spiritual roots, which can reflect the degree to which a warrior fits the spiritual mangagreat.com energy of the world. But they're the 5. There are many kinds of spiritual chi in heaven and earth. The essence belongs to T elements, each of which has a corresponding spiritual root. Spiritual roots are divided into different ways, according to the type of absorption of spiritual energy, can be divided into mixed spiritual roots, single spiritual roots, double spiritual roots, 5 elements of spiritual roots. Among them, the 5 elements spirit root is the rarest, the mixed spirit root is the least effective, and most of the world's martial artists are mixed spirit root. The so-called mixed spiritual root means that the body can fit 2 to 5 kinds of spiritual chi, but the degree of fit for each kind of spiritual chi is different, and the absorption of spiritual chi is slow. In contrast, the single spiritual root has a high degree of fit for a single type of aura, and the cultivation progress is much faster. But because of the single attribute, it is easy to be restrained, and the types of exercises that can be cultivated will also be greatly limited. I want to exchange for a high-level 5-element spiritual root. How much merit do I need? 4 billion merits are required. And you are borrowing my merit tablet to exchange, so I will charge a hard fee of 100 million supreme coins. Mangagreat.com. Above the single spiritual root is the double spiritual root, which has a high degree of compatibility with the 2 spiritual chi, and can complement the dual attributes. For example, water and wood spiritual roots. Water can produce wood, earth metal spiritual roots, soil can produce gold, wood fire spiritual roots, wood can produce fire, and so on. However, nothing is absolute. If luck does not give birth to the dual spiritual roots of water and fire, then due to the incompatibility of water and fire, it will be inferior to even a single spiritual root in practice. Even so, the number of people with dual spiritual roots is still very small, often 1 in 10,000. In the end, the best spiritual root is the 5-element spiritual root, and the number is very small, and it is difficult to find 1 in a million people. People with 5 elements of spirit, the fit of any heaven and earth is extremely high and consistent, can absorb the 5 heavens and earth atrials when practicing, and in the body's 5-line cycle. Not only don't you have to worry about the problem of mutual restraint of attributes, but you can restrain any attribute, regardless of the speed of cultivation or the role in actual combat. They are all top-notch. By Ming, what kind of mangagreat.com spiritual root am I? Mixed spiritual roots. Mixed spiritual roots definitely won't work. I don't want to be stuck in the martial arts realm for the rest of my life. Wu Zhang, I'm a guest caster now, so I should still have the right to exchange merits, right? Mangagreat.com. Yes, but your exchange must be done through me. Because you have already lost the merit tablet. Om Hamorio million supreme sioins? You are a dignified god, what do vo want money for? Money can enlighten the mind, don't you know it? Mangagreat.com, helping to exchange something is just a thought, it costs 100 million supreme coins, it's really unlucky. 4 billion merit points, equivalent to about 270 million supreme coins, also had to pay 100 million supreme coins for hard work. Although I have made a lot of money from opening a store and a bank over the years, I just spent most of it on resurrecting my parents and taking care of the funeral. Although the rest is a lot, I can't stand such an amount. You are such a big deity, giving us some hard work is reasonable, it's just, the price of the 5 elements spirit root is too expensive, more expensive than the blood of a real dragon. According to the stipulations of the mission, you can't use any external force right now. If it weren't for the fact that you are highly valued by Long Xiaoyun and your overall progress is good, I would not want to make an exception to appear in front of you. It's good for you to have it, and you still haggle with me? Okay, deal. Mangagreat.com. I can't do it without exchanging it, and the mixed spirit root is too bad. Different from before, now I can clearly feel the 5 elements of spiritual energy between heaven and earth. However, these auras are T to support my cultivation. Mangagreat.com too thin. Although the spiritual roots of the 5 elements are good, the requirements for cultivation are extremely high. Mixed spiritual root cultivation only requires the mixed spiritual energy in the first and second level spiritual stones. For single spiritual root and double spiritual root, it is necessary to use the 6th and 7th spiritual stones of the corresponding attributes to absorb the pure spiritual energy in them. If the owner of the 5 elements spiritual root wants to cultivate, he needs to prepare 5 kinds of 7-level spiritual stones corresponding to the 5 elements, and at the same time absorb and refine the same amount to maintain the balance of the 5 elements in the body. Mangagreat.com. In other words, if you want to cultivate, you need to use 5 times as many spiritual stones as the owner of a single spiritual root. It is worth mentioning that the price of 1 or 2 7-level wood spirit stones is 200 times that of ordinary first-level spirit stones. Therefore, even a first-rank sect cannot afford to raise a genius with the spiritual roots of the 5 elements. At the very least, it is only possible with the power of the Golden Family. No, anyway, I am also a Golden Prince, how can I do everything by myself? One more visit to the warehouse. For OU, why are you here again? How to say it, anyway, I am also the heir of our long family, and the patriarch's order is here. Would you be reluctant if I ask you to get something? The problem is, the normal prince is not as capable of spending money as you, and they have a limit on money. Unlike you, who has a patriarch's order in your hand, you can take as much as you want, and I can't resist. I'm willing. Xiaobai is the future pillar of our Long family, the whole Long family will be yours in the future, how can I be reluctant? You take it easy anyway. Xiaobai, what do you want this time? I don't want too much this time. Metal, wood, water, fire, and earth, the 7-level spiritual stones of the 5 attributes, 1,000 taels each will suffice. I'll use it first, and I'll take more when I'm done. 1,000 taels? Or is it a 7th level spiritual stone? Do you need to take more after USE at UIP? Do you want to eat them? Mangagreat.com. Eat your head, I'm about to break through the martial arts master, and have the spiritual roots of the 5 elements. How much are these spirit stones? 5 elements spiritual roots? How can 1,000 taels be enough? I will give you 2,000 taels of spiritual stones each to ensure that you have enough to cultivate. 5 elements of spiritual roots, 70% 6 pure blood, such a genius, my Long family will be very prosperous in the Mangagreat.com future, ha 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 ha. However, I am not the real Long Xiaobai, and I will leave the Long family sooner or later. With so much kindness from them, I am afraid it will be difficult to cut off this fate in the future. Let's start. Mangagreat.co The Three Realms God is being embraced by the five elements of spiritual energy and has completed the first transformation, reaching the peak of a first grade warrior. Next, as long as the sacredness of the three realms is entirely contained by the spiritual energy of the five elements, one can break through to the martial master. Mangagreat.com. The five elements of spiritual energy have completely wrapped the pulse and began to merge. Integrating the sacred five elements of the three realms spiritual chi, I have never seen it even in the days when I followed Tong Tian Patriarch. No, it's not that the five elements of spiritual energy are fusing with the three realms gods, but that the three realms gods are devouring the five elements of spiritual energy. So uncomfortable, as if my body is in a fight between the gods and the aura, and the five elements of spiritual energy are clearly at a disadvantage. Mangagreat.com. How can this be? The aura is a higher source of power generated by the transformation of the astral chi. Why would the higher aura be swallowed by the chi? Could it be that the level of the three realms god is much higher than that of the five elements spiritual chi? It should be the case. Can you feel that the body is strengthening? It's growing, and it's doubling in strength. Mangagreat.com. That's good. Master continues to absorb aura. Break through the martial arts master. Ha ha ha, she is devouring aura, how funny. If that's the case, then I'll let you swallow enough. Mangagreat.com. Mangagreat.com. Breakthrough 8th level warrior. Master, how do you feel? Strength, intelligence, reaction ability, etc., all aspects of the body have been greatly improved. The power of chi also increased fivefold at once. Now, if an ordinary martial artist stands in front of me, I am afraid that he will feel like an ant. Even a great martial artist, I can easily defeat him. Even if I encounter a guru, I can still fight with him, and even kill him if I use all my strength to use the formation method. Mangagreat.com. And I also found an interesting thing. By Ming, look, what I have now is the three realms gods. As long as I think about it, I can instantly transform chi into the five elements spiritual chi. Even when I want to use the thunder attribute martial arts of the Long family, I can convert it into thunder energy. Mangagreat.com. What you transformed was not the thunder chi, but the god of thunder, which was a completely different kind of god. Unexpectedly, the three realms god can not only accommodate and transform the spiritual energy of the five elements but also transform into the heavenly thunder god. I am afraid that is not as simple as an ordinary god. Generally speaking, after becoming a martial artist, the attributes of the martial artist will be qualitative, and they will also have strengths and weaknesses according to different attributes. Mangagreat.com. The reason why the five elements spiritual root is strong is that the martial artist who possesses the five elements spiritual root will not be restrained by attributes and has no weaknesses. However, the world's attributes are not only divided into five elements, there are more, such as thunder, erasure, etc., which are all mutated from the five elements. Further up there are existences beyond the five elements, such as yin and yang, mixed elements, chaos, and so on. If the three realms god can really transform without limit, then in terms of attributes, there will be no power that you cannot understand and control within the heavens and worlds. Likewise, there is no power of any attribute that can restrain you. Taking so. TSK, it seems quite worth it for too much effort to get you. I'm Mangagreat.com. Well, after being in retreat for so long, my stomach is almost flattened. Let's find Long Xiaoyun for a meal together, as a reward for her last treat. But having said that, in Long Xiaobai's memory, that girl was a complete follower, and it was strange that she didn't bother me for so many days. Mangagreat.com. Mangagreat.com. There is poison on the tip of the arrow. It seems that the other party wants to kill me. If they can shoot me directly to death, it is great. If they can't shoot me to death, they will also bring the letter and force me to save people. Mangagreat.com. The other party is dark, we are bright, this trip is dangerous, and Biming recommends you not to go. And what Long Xiaoyun and Yin Xiaoye care about is Long Xiaobai, not you. They are just two outsiders, not worth the risk of you. The real Long Xiaobai had already been killed by them. If I hadn't replaced him and survived, the other party would not have arrested them as a threat. After all, this is because of me. And since the other party is aware of my every move and watches me so closely, it is likely to be related to the forces of Long Xiaobai's biological father. Even if it is for the task, he cannot do anything. Let's go and rescue them. Mangagreat.com. Northwest of Song Country, Valley of the Dead. Mangagreat.com. Stop hiding and come out. Mangagreat.com. It is true that, as Ming sensed, these people are mostly in the master level and grandmaster realm. Strange, since the other side repeatedly wants to kill me, why not send some higher cultivation assassins? Where are my people? Hey, your little lover is here. Mangagreat.com. Ah. Mangagreat.com. Then you guys can die now. Mangagreat.com. Too fast. I didn't even see what was going on. Our people were already dead. He actually killed 2 third-level martial artists in a blink. Is this guy really just an 8th-level martial artist? Mangagreat.com. Have you ever thought about the consequences of doing something to the people of the Golden Family? I won't tell you. Kill him. Mangagreat.com. This trip is mainly about saving people. I have no time to pay attention to you. Damn it, he ran away. The guy was so fast that he didn't give us a chance to react at all. He is obviously only an 8th level martial artist. How could he be so strong? Mangagreat.com. Hey, he can't run, I've already arranged. He must die today. Mangagreat.com. This place. Xiaobai. Hohuhu, Xiaobai, you finally came to save me. I thought we would never see each other again. Don't be afraid, it's safe. How on earth did you get caught? Mangagreat.com. Mangagreat.com. Shaba, I'm in so much pain. Kill me now. Take the detox pills now. Xiaobai. What kind of poison is this? The speed of erosion is also too fast. Mangagreat.co. No, it's not poison, but a kind of evil spell. I am afraid that Long Xiaoyan's body has already been eaten by the evil, and the other party has set the time. They specially picked the master to rescue her before the evil spell broke out, and now the master's body has also been infected, and we have to find a way to expel the spell. If it's a spell, I'm afraid it's useless to use the detoxification pill. We have to find another way. Mission accomplished. Mangagreat.co. Hey Mangagreat.com. Master, the evil spell has already eroded most of your arm. I know. Mangagreat.co. What a poisonous evil spell. If I did not learn the Buddha's madras, I at least have to break an arm to survive this disaster. It is true that the killer is disguised as Yin Xiaoya, who is probably already dead. Mangagreat.com. Long Xiaoyun also. Until the end, I couldn't tell you that Long Xiaobai had already died. You have liked him for many years, you have done a lot for him, and you have helped me a lot, but now you have died. I will avenge you. Mangagreat.co. Motherfucker, where the hell did Long Xiaobai go? How half a day can't we find him? Those 2 women, one is our people disguised into, the other was also poisoned with the spell. He must die. Next, we just need to find the remains of Long Xiaobai, go back and report exactly, no need to rush. Yuan Shei Osakyu. Are not dead? Mangagreat.co. With the poison, you can never be intact. Why don't I find a place to recuperate, still dare to come before us? Mangagreat.co. This Visit and read this manhwa at mangagreat.com to support the translation team. Mangagreat.com. 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 Koto Hell. Ngagarat.com. Mangagreat.com. Aha ah ah ah. Why God, the two Crete martial arts mgrgakver like children in front of him. Keep your distance, can't see it close to him. Mangagreat.com. Mangagreat.com. Able. Unscathed? Impossible. What kind of martial art is his? I have never heard of it. Stance step. Inst. Mangagreat.com. Mangagreat.com. You're not dead, not because you're strong, but because I'm keeping your damn life. Tell me, which assassin group do you belong to? Mangagreat.com. Ha 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 ha. Mangagreat.com. Unexpectedly, he would rather set himself on fire than confess the forces behind him. I can't do more, so let's let the Long family know about it first. Swish Mangagreat.com. Young Master Xiaobai. What are these corpses? My God, the weakest warriors in the corpses are all third-level warriors, and there are even several great warriors. Were they all killed by young Master Xiaobai? They are killers. Long Xiaoyun was killed without a complete body. Mangagreat.com. What? Miss Xiaoyun was killed? This. I will report this to the patriarch. Visit and read at our website mangagreat.com. What? Miss Xiaoyun was killed? This. I will report this to the patriarch. This person is a martial dominator, but being so frightened, it seems that Long Xiaoyun's identity is not ordinary. In Long Xiaobai's memory, Long Xiaoyun was the granddaughter of Long Xiaoyun, and Long Xiaoyun loved her so much that he even named her after Xiaoyun, which is homophonic with Xiaoyun. There are two Long Xiaoyun is the patriarch is the dead girl. Now that she is dead, the Long family, I'm afraid there will be a big move. Mangagreat.com. Xiaobai, what the hell is going on? I'm sorry, Grandpa, they came for me, and they kidnapped Xiaoyun to force me to surrender. I was careless for a while and couldn't save her. Whoever kills my granddaughter will have to pay the price. How can there be so many Gaiasts? What is he going to do? Mangagreat.com. Martial God is very skilled. These killers have just died, and he wants to collect their ghosts to extract confessions. Heavenly Killer? Good, very good. Who is your employer? Grandpa, what is Heavenly Kill? Are they very powerful? One of the three major assassination organizations in the Azure Dragon dynasty. They are indeed very powerful, but so what? The Long family is a golden family that has been passed down for tens of thousands of years. No one is qualified to attack us, no one. Even if it is Heavenly Killer, who dares touch my Long family, they must pay the price. Mangagreat.com. Long Xiaoyun is sending out divine thoughts, spreading through half of the Azure Dragon dynasty. At the same time, there have been 13 divine thoughts of the same level replied. 13. Did 13 martial gods respond to him? Goodness, how could the Long family have so many helpers? Xiaobai, stay home and wait for Grandpa's news. The Golden Alliance has not made a move for thousands of years. I never thought that they would be so generous when they made a move. Mangagreat.com. In Long Xiaobai's memory, the 9 golden families secretly formed an alliance for self-protection. When any member of the alliance needs military support, other members must give unconditional support. It's not good to kill anyone. How dare you attack Miss Xiaoyun? No matter how powerful the people behind are, they are not enough in front of the Golden Alliance. This time, Heavenly Killer will be removed from the Azure Dragon Dynasty. Azure Dragon Dynasty, Imperial Capital. Mangagreat.com. Something bad is happening, someone is killing us. Mangagreat.com. Please also listen to my words. Mangagreat.com. Crack. What's going on? The small world of the old ancestors has collapsed. Mangagreat.com. Could it be that the ancestors have been killed? Visit and read at our website mangagreat.com. No wonder we can't find the location of the killer, it is hidden in the small world. Today, the heavenly killings fall, no one will be left behind. Mangagreat.com. Mangagreat.com. What's going on? What happened? Could it be that there is a great power stalking? Hohovu, mother, mangagreai.com. Don't be afraid, the great emperor will protect us and nothing will happen. Why? God kills the lawlessness and harms the old woman, so that we can get rid of her. Kill the husband's own grandson. Mangagreat.com. This revenge should be avenged, but if you dare to hurt my people in the imperial capital, you will be punished. The emperor, do not worry, I know how to measure. Hohuhu, Xiao Yun, you died so tragically. God damn it, they deserve to die, all of them. Mangagreai.co. Xiao Yun. My daughter. Who was it who caused you to die without a body? Who the hell is it? The killers of heavenly creatures wanted to kill Xiaobai, took Xiaoyun as a hostage, and poisoned HM with compulsion. Although Xiaobai went to save her, he was unable to return to heaven, and the master had already gone to the capital to avenge Xiao Yun's death. Mangagreat.com. It's you again, you Yudel bastard. I told Xiaoyun not to get close to you, but she didn't listen. And now she's been killed by you. Yoof. You should pay for her Li. Ha? Little bastard, you have a good physique, I just squeezed you and did not kill you. Then YLL be more serious. Mangagreat.com. Bastard. He is your sister's son, your nephew, and you want to kill him? Visit and read this manhwa at mangagreat.com to support the translation team. Father. If not for this little bastard, Warner will not be sent to the dungeon. She was depressed and happy all day. Mangagreat.com. Zaoyan is also more unlikely to die. Today he must be destined. Mangagreat.com. Nonsense. Mangagreat.com. Hey. The one who dragged Wanir down was that heartless man, and the one who killed Zaoyun was a more goddaughter murderer, so why blame it on Xiaobai's head? I have already lost my granddaughter, Ryuki, and you want to kill Ryuki's grandson too. It SS2. Mangagreat.com. Let me tell you, Xiaobai is the first genius, the first son, and the future head of the Long family. If you dare to make things difficult for him again, you are against me, Long Jingyun. Mangagreat.com. Xiaobai, Xiaoyun's revenge has been avenged, and all those who killed her are dead. Grandpa, you're still angry. I'd better go out for a line. Manhwaromance. Good. When you go out, you will be in danger, so this ring is for you to save your life. If there is an emergency, always send a message to Grandpa, who will be there to help you as soon as possible. Mangagreat.com. Mangagreat.com. My god, there are so many killing formations in there, not to mention money, and the lowest of these killing formations is at the 5th rank. There's even a Martau Lord level puppet. But what is the purpose of this boat? Master, this is the ground boat. Flying defense can fly to the sky, the ground boat can go underground, more suitable for escape to save life, of course, can also be used for assassination. Mangagreat.com. Unlike flying, there are very few people in the world who know the way to the earth, and the value of this object is higher than that of flying. In fact, it was convenient that Grandpa was very kind to me. The more he did this, the more I felt at ease. After all, I'm not Long Xiaobai, and all of this is happy. Mangagreat.com. Hoo, Xiao you died a tragic death. Mother didn't even get to see you one last TME. Mangagreat.com. Zhao Yu's status is not as high as Long Zhaoyun's. She also died, but she was not buried in glory, only her parents were here to award her. Zhaoyun, Zhao Yu, this matter is because of me. As of today, my brother is already a day old. But don't worry, I will find the owner of the house. Make HM pay for it. Kangagreat.com. The snow wolves in the north have been destroyed. Now even if we go to the dance master, there is nothing to do. It is better to go back to the Yin Yang church first, to see the progress officer. It seems to be a distress signal from the Yin and Yang religion. Mangagreat.com. Send from the forest below, go check it out. Mangagreat.com. Brother, the signal has been sent, we'd better set up here and try to stall for TME. But unfortunately, this place is still a long way from the Yin Yang sect, and unless there are elders nearby, we will not be able to last until then. After all, the leader among them was a martial arts clan. Mangagreat.com. It's Brother Yi. Yi Ming is here. Mangagreat.com. The mission is issued, the disciples of the Black Dragon sect, and an outer elder, a total of 8 people, all with blood debts, the most vicious crimes, if you can get rid of, will be awarded 1 million merits. Missions, I don't have a merit tablet anymore, how come there are still missions posted? Autocan appears in the storage tool, and the quest should be issued by it. Mangagreat.com, it only appears in the storage demps, not in the sacred sea, and is probably only available to the guest heavenly catcher. It should be much less useful than the merit tablet. I thought we had some big shots here, but it was just a little martial artist. Brothers, there is no need to play anymore, get ready. The Age of S, we sent a signal to ask for AMS. Why is there a young master here? Now it is a matter of death for us and others. Mangagreat.co. There is no need for this brother to worry, I have a way to deal with them. What's going on? How did you get involved with the Black Dragon cult? These bastards. We were supposed to come to the Denon forest for training, and we came across them killing in the village. Not only that, but they even targeted children and drained their blood, saying it was for sacrifice. 1,000 children, some of whom had only just gotten off the ground and could run, were all killed by them. Mangagreat.com. Now, when I close my eyes, I can only see the bloody wages of these people, which are worse than Nantucket. Today, none of them will serve. Visit and read this manhwa at mangagreat.com to support the translation team. Ha 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 ha. With 2 great Martal Masters, 2 Martal Masters, you want to kill all of us, 7 great Martal Masters and 1 Martal Master? Mangagreat.com. It's ridiculous, ridiculous. On top. Mangagreat.com. Yin and Yang Tu Chi Pong. Mangagreat.com. Baghua's sword technique. Mangagreat.com. I was impressed by the fact that he was a disciple of the Yin Yang sect, a great martial artist, and he was able to fight against 2. Unfortunately, you have seen what you should not see, and today you must die. Magiagreat.com. Oh. Stop it, stop it. You are higher than me, can't you give me a break? Ha ha ha, that little girl from the martial arts realm was beaten to death. No wonder, after all, the difference between a martial artist and a great martial artist is like a gap that cannot be filled by talent. Let me see what happened to that boy Chang, he must have been killed. Mangagreat.com. hargagreat.com. Elder, save me, mangagreat.co. mangagreat.com. Now, it's your turn. Release build. mangagreat.com. Ming, be careful. Just fight him, don't fight him hard. After we finish with our opponents, there is still a chance for the three of us to work together. I'm not stupid. How can I be with Wuzone? The chaos algorithm is dermed based on the immovable print, mangagreat.com. 3 realms of the gods are integrated into the immovable diabolic array. mangagreat.com. A small formation, break it. So hard. No, we have to break the formation quickly. If they're support arms, it's over. mangagreat.com, jive me break ahshsh. mangagreat.co. If you have time, come and save me. Ming Yi. Brother Yi Ming, Brother Yi Ming. mangagreat.com, a good head can run, but I wonder if you can still jump up and down when you are having fun with your grandfather later? mangagreat.com. Wow. Yi Ming, you are so handsome. So handsome, so handsome. Stop it, go help your brother and sister. No need to help. If it wasn't for the martial arts clan of Shin Shin, they are nothing. mangagreat.com. mangagreat.com. Although it is one of the great religions of the world, the Black Dragon Church is at the bottom of the list, and the strength of its disciples is far from that of the Yin Yang Church. I have misjudged your strength. Sister, you and your old friends. mangagreat.com New York name is Shirhan, and I am ashamed of how easily Master Yi defeated the Grand Martial Artist with his Martial Master status. mangagreat.com. Good, good, you guys are really good. Visit and read this manhwa at mangagreat.com to support the translation team. No, he has broken the formation. It's over. It's over. The opponent is Wuzone. If they really go all out, we won't be able to resist. We are not as fast as he is, and our escape will be broken one by one. mangagreat.com. We can only fight with our backs. How dare you resist? Interesting. Next, I'll let you know. What a thoughtful choice to offend Wuzone. mangagreat.com. 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 It's over, the gap is too big, it's overwhelmed. mangagreat.com. Even with our combined strength, we are powerless against Wuzone. It's all over. Yi Ming? I think it's not over yet. PRMT. mangagreat.com. mangagreat.com. What is this? What is this martial art? How could it resist the full blow of a martial master? I could not feel any flow of vital energy, astral energy, or spiritual energy, which is unheard of in martial arts. Go 0D, strong. After all, the difference in realm is too great. Even if the wobbable seal disperses 70% 6 of the attack, it is still very difficult to resist the remaining part. Luckily, the illusionary black dragon was part ally offset by the yin yang shield, so it only takes a few more moments to wear it down. mangagreat.com. You're a tough kid, to have such power at the Martial Master level. Let you grow up, you'll be great. Today you must die. mangagreat.com. There are many people who want to kill me. You're not even close to being numbered. 5 steps killing formation. mangagreai.com. Think, it's another formation. Kid, if you have the guts, move the killing line. What's the point of standing outside the formation if you fight with me? mangagreat.com. You're a martial artist who wants to fight with me. A martial artist, is that a good thing? Only a fool would fight with you. Today, I will kill Wuzone to avenge the souls of those you killed. The gods of the Dipper. Instant Shadow Giant Wavefinger. Mangagreat.com. HHHHHHH. Bastard, I'm going to kill you ah. Mangagreat.com. Mangagreat.com. Although a Martel artist kills a Martel clan with a single kill, it is not something that an ordinary person can do. That, brother Yi, this message killing array must be very expensive, right? Brother is not an ungrateful person, we will definitely compensate for this loss. You're welcome, I made the killing array myself, the cost is not that high, no need to compensate. Self-refining? You may not know, Beauty NNG is elder-wise only disciple, with extremely high attainments in formation. Mangagreat.com. That's right, brother, you know too little information. No wonder, Elder E is so powerful. He was able to kill a new martial god at the Martel Saint realm, his old man's disciples were certainly remarkable. Hangagreat.co. There are still many people in the Black Dragon Church not far from here, so let's get out of the way early before we run into them again. Good. By the way, sister, what kind of sacrifice did the Black Dragon cult make when they killed the children? We only just heard about this step and were blocked, not knowing the exact situation. Mangagreat.com. It's a murderous aura. There is a murderous spirit behind us, it must be from the Black Dragon sect. The opponent is a Martel artist. Visit and read at our website mangagreat.com. Mangagreat.com. What? Is there a Wu Jun coming after us? It's all over, it's so difficult to deal with Wuzong. How can we possibly confront Wuzong? Mastery, this TME the trouble is caused by us, we cannot involve you again. You go with Jade and who first, while I'll lead Maui. Brother, since I am the strongest here. The chances of Sermnal are the highest, so you guys should go first, don't worry, I have a way to deal with the people behind. Mangagreat.com. Facing such a strong enemy, it is undoubtedly the most dangerous to stand behind, but it is rare that Shurhan is willing to do so. Let's go, if we delay any longer, none of us will serve. Believe me, we can see each other again. Good. Yi Ming, you must be careful. We are waiting for you at the Yin Yang Church. What is the master going to do next? There are many ways to do this, and even worse, we can ask the doppelganger of Master Yi to come forward. Of course, that was a last resort, after all, against a Wuzong. It was a waste. Mangagreat.com. Is it you who killed my Black Dragon cult? I killed it. If heaven does not take you, I will take you for heaven. Mangagreat.com. Martial Lord level puppet? Mangagreat.com. Hide inside the puppet, and then control the puppet to escape from the ground? I have chased and killed countless people, but this is the first to I have seen such an escape strategy. Mangagreat.com. Ha! What can you do if you have more tricks? You can't get away with it. Hokomii, did he come after us? The opponent is very strong, and although he is not good at ground penetration, it is difficult to get rid of Hai with just the puppet. Mangagreat.com. Then, try harder. Mangagreat.com. How fast? In 2 split seconds, he left the Martial Lord behind. Is this the speed of the Earthbound boat? A Martial Lord class puppet can use the full power of the Earthwalker. If you let the owner do it himself, the speed will be far worse. Damn it, it's a Tondi Martel tool, how could a small martial artist have so many treasures? Don't try to run. Transported Earth Symbol. Transported Earth Symbol. Mangagreat.com. Master, Dominator has used the transporting symbol and is about to catch up. Mangagreat.com. This kind of money can be bought, I will lack? Damn it, the Earth passing symbol is worth 3 Marshall coins per piece, and that kid has one too. Is he the son of one of the clans? It's really fucking weird. Mangagreat.co. I don't believe I can't catch you. The other side put on 2 more Earth returning symbols, and the speed of evasion was much faster, and they were about to catch up. Mangagreat.com. Financial strength? I have never been afraid. What's the point? This is not the way to put up the talisman. Don't you want to pay for the talisman? It doesn't cost anything. The entire boat is covered with them. Mangagreat.com. Damn it. Why is there such a kid? If I see you again, I will make your life worse than death. Mangagreat.com. Haha, I must say, money is a good thing. It allowed me to escape from the hands of Takeshi. In the future, prepare some more Taoist symbols for the puppet Initam. Keep your life safe. What's going on? I think I hit something. Mangagreat.co. Well, this thing looks like some kind of forbidden boundary. Which set of goods placed this intention in the ground? I wonder if it will block the way. Mangagreat.com. First, put away the puppet in the earthbound boat. Each time you activate them, it will cost a lot of high-grade spirit stones. It should not be used indiscriminately. Any forbidden system has its weaknesses. The forbidden boundary is no exception. With my formation skills, I just need to break it. I don't know what's inside the boundary, but it's placed in such a secret place. Go inside and take a look. Mangagreat.com. First, use the formation to reorganize the 3 realms of gods into something similar to the light curtain. Then try again to incorporate the gas. It worked, and it was much easier than I thought. What's inside this application? Visit and read at our website mangagreat.com. Mangagreat.com. Behind the curtain of light, there is a stone passage, nothing peculiar. I wonder where this passage leads to. Another layer of junction, which seems to be more complicated than the previous one. It should be possible to break it. After breaking through FME layers of boundaries in a row, we finally reach the end of the passage. What secret is this place hiding? Mangagreat.com. Mangagreat.com. Looking at the costumes, the people in this place should be disciples of the Black Dragon sect, not high level, mostly looking like samurai and martial artists. To be on the safe side, it is better to use the invincible symbol. Earlier, Jade said that the disciples of the Black Dragon sect had slaughtered several magus and killed children for their blood. It should all be to fill the blood pool. Mangagreat.com. What is that huge thing? I can't see it clearly from this position. I need to get closer. It was definitely an evil thing, and just being close to it made me feel very uncomfortable. I can't help but if we want to use the seal of exorcism, we have to get rid of it. This, what the hell is it? Mangagreat.com. This is a divine birth, which is made by a very poisonous method of shaping the body, requiring the blood of at least 100 children. This kind of body shaping method is so harmful to the harmony of heaven that it would never be done by a great religion. The Black Dragon sect is really unscrupulous, but unfortunately I am not powerful enough. Otherwise, I would have crushed it. What is the purpose of the sacred fetus? The vessel can receive the spirit of the gods. The deity of the Black Dragon sect is the Black Dragon god, and they created the god birth, probably to receive the black dragon god as an incarnation of the god. The god born before us is not yet fully grown, and we still need a lot of TME to reseem the spirits. How can they keep such animal thing? We must put it out of the way today. If you take this baby, you will be rewarded with 1 billion merits. Mangagreat.com. Ming, let me teach you how to take this me birth. Take it. Why do you want to take it? What do you want with the blood of 100,000 innocent children that nourished this godly child? I am not an earthly deity, and if I want token the world, I must do so by means of this me birth. The billion merits are my reward to you. Will you help me? I am not willing to do so, for it is the duty of the heavenly catcher to punish the wicked and eliminate the evil, and I can't help but get rid of such things. There is no good or bad in the birth of a god, but it is the one who makes it that is bad. Now that 100 children have died, even if you destroy it, the black dragon sect will only kill 100 children again and refine it. Wouldn't it be better to make them think that it is a miraculous birth, but in fact it is for use? Indeed, as he said, even if the master had been born, the dead child would not have come back to life, and nothing would have changed. Instead of that, it would be better to hand over the Dmi birth to HW, so that the billion merits can be of great use in the future. Only when the master is strong enough, can he put down the black dragon cult. We can solve everything from the source. Mondagreat.com. Okay, I can help you, but with only 1 billion merits, you want me to do it? Last time I asked you to help me exchange for a spiritual route, and you even took 100 million supreme coins from me as a hardship fee. Well, if you want money, I can give you 300 million supreme coins. How about that? 300 million supreme coins, that is equivalent to 4.5 billion merits. Why is this guy so generous all of a sudden? You must be suspicious with this look on your face, so I can tell you why. Merit is far more precious to me than money, and as a deity, even if I use 300 million musha coins, I cannot exchange them for a billion merits. How much can be exchanged? It is about 50 million merits, and 50 million is the upper lit and cannot be exchanged for nowhere. As gods, we have enough tie and devotees to accumulate wealth, and money is never a problem. Mangagreat.com. Alright. I can agree with you. What do I need to do next? All you need to do is to approach the fetus. Just put my mind into the fetus. So simply? Why don't I do it yourself? I don't have an entity, and to interfere with the miraculous fetus I have to need help. Whether you do it or not, anyway, I know the location of the sacred fetus, so I can just find other people to help. Yes. Let's do it. Visit and read at our website mangagreat.com. TME, the closer we get to each other. The more uncomfortable the feeling is, the more Aveen a little guilty of thinking. I really want to destroy this EVL thing. The good thing is that the disciples of the Black Dragon sect are in this place. The disciples are not high level, and only can be overcome by the invisibility talisman. It must be that the Black Dragon sect hierarchy thought that the location was sufficiently remote and protected by boundaries that they were confident that they would not be discovered. Never MND that, let's do it first. Mangagreat.com. Success. Road. Yin Yang teaching. What is the meaning of the LMNG spirits in the northern meditation? Master, there are some gods who do not belong to the Tan Yuan continent, and if they come to us, they will be burned by karmic fire and may fall. In order to avoid the fire of karma, the gods choose a body on the Tan Yuan land. As their doppelgangers, they carry the will of the body and become the gods who walk the earth. So, all the gods cannot come down to earth? Mondagreat.com. That's not true. Some gods are strong enough to defy karmic fire. Or they may have so little karma that the karmic fire they generate is too weak to harm the godhead. Furthermore, even if they do not fall into these two categories, other gods have various ways of safely coming to earth. It seems that the gods do not just come and go, so there is a big difference between the gods and the goddesses. The gods and the goddesses are two completely different forms of life. The martial gods are born out of the martial arts civilization and existed only in the Tianyuan continent, representing the peak of the martial Tao. The gods, on the other hand, are scattered throughout the great worlds, and to be more precise, the gods are no longer considered human beings, the gods are at least still. Is there a more powerful being above the gods? The Northern meditation emphasizes again that God is not a realm, but a form of life. Just as man is a form of life, so are demons and beasts. There is strength and weakness among humans, and there is strength and weakness among gods. On the Tanyuan continent, the strongest of the human beings is the Martial god, while outside the continent, the strongest of the gods may be the god king or the god emperor. The gods, as you put it, seem to be a race. Nor are they all. People of any race. All can be gods, so it does not count as a race. Gods are like Buddhas. In the Buddhist civilization there are Luohan, Bodhisattva Buddhas, and demons can become Buddhas. As human beings can become Buddhas, so in Denins, which are also not Eris. Why do I feel more and more dizzy? Forget it, it's too far away from me anyway, I don't want that. Brother, God is lucky that you are okay. I have told you, YMNG is so powerful, absolutely no problem. Mangagreat.com. You didn't break your proms. I'm just lucky. Ming, how the hell did you get out of there? That's Dominator. It's not a big deal, I just happen to have a Martel Lord level life preserving puppet in my hand, so it's not hard to escape. Dominator level puppet, really good. That's Avery Expensum baby. Hovu, this guy, strong and rich, still not let people LME. The master's skills are endless, and his power is far superior to ours. I wonder if you would be interested in going to 2 Heaven, to try your luck? Mangagreat.com. The 2 Rights Heaven? Is that the small world occupied by the insect emperor? Exactly. Not to mention the possibility of finding exotic treasures, just looking for the eggs of demon insects inside, you can make a fortune. 1 level 1 WIRM Ming can be exchanged for 1 supreme coin. For level 2, it is 10 coins. For level 3, it is 100 coins. If you're lucky, you'll be able to get a level 9 demon egg, worth hundreds of millions of supreme coins. North Hades, you once said you would teach me a set of insect control techniques to earn a large sum of money in the 2D heaven. Does it mean the demon insect eggs? Not all, the exchange of eggs for money is the next best thing, if the progress period goes smoothly. North meditation to let the master take the whole Tootie Tan. Interesting, if I can do it, I will have a small world of my own. Mangagreat.com, it seems that these 2 days we have to go. When do we leave? The presence of Shitty is definitely a great help. In FME days, the 2 heavenly places will be opened, and we will meet at the entrance then. With Ming in, this super will definitely make a fortune, and maybe even find a treasure hunting mouse. Sister, your brother is saved. I'm sorry, but I can't participate in this trip to the 2 heavenly places. Mangagreat.com, good luck to both of you. Let's go. Visit and read at our website mangagreat.com. I remember that Iades disciple broken Thelawandwastob fought to death because she had lost the Fresius Mousy and the Dav of the 2 rights, was also running around for this reason. Was surprised that she didn't go this TME. Mangagreat.com. If you don't want to go, you must have something to hide, so let's find a restaurant and discuss the details. I sell so good. Ruble. Mangagreat.com. Lei Jianshur? Janchi disciple? Why are they in the Yinyang church? Janchi was studying Avery powerful sword formation and needed the guidance of the Yinyang sect on the way of rune formation, so he sent his elders to visit him personally to discuss it. These disciples were all brought here by Elder Janchi. As a disciple of the Yinyang sect, I must treat my guests well. Brother Tokihen, Mashia told me the location of the disciples of the Kriang pool. Mangagreat.com. Master Fu, these days, thanks to the help of the Yin-Yang sect, the sword formation is much more powerful, and now only the last position of fire and dryness is defect me. I hope that you will be kind enough to GME us some pointers. Fengxian, I have too many things to do, it is difficult to export time. It so happens that the fire and dry position array is your strength. Let you help guide them. HMW. Elder Gao, I apologize to you for the past, but now Janchi has withdrawn the arrest of Zhong Shinshou. I hope that Elder Gao will not be suspicious of the past and will GME me guidance. Damn, I really don't want to care about these bastards in Jianqi, but the Godfather has promised that if I don't comply, I will be disrespecting his old man. Ugh, it's so unpleasant. No, Elder Lei, the brothers are fighting with the disciples of the Yin Yang sect. What's going on? Just now, Brother Zhao Xiang was passing by the bamboo forest and saw a disciple of the Yin Yang sect practicing his sword. As a result, he was beaten up. For martial artists like me, it is normal to be itching to spar, and it is come one ta win or lose. If you lose, what's the big deal? Mangagreat.com. The problem is that the opponent did not use a sword, but only a branch, and defeated Zhao Zhang with his sword skill. Using only branches? I can't imagine that the Yin Yang sect has such sword skills. And then? Then, some of the other brothers were angry and wanted to save face for our swordplay, so they went to challenge each other, but they were beaten with branches. He was so beaten that I didn't dare to touch the sword anymore. Eat. A disciple of Kenshir, who is known for his creating skills, was beaten so much that he dared not touch his sword, and his opponent used a tree branch. This is an absolute disgrace to Kenshir. I don't know who the disciple of the Yin Yang sect is, but I don't think there is such a fierce person in the sect. What a disgrace, why did I bring such poisonous goods here? What happens then? Then, the Gaiet made a rant about how Genshi's technology is garbage. Zhao Hu and the other three great martial interstatesmen started to fight HM, so he was worried about what would happen, so I came to the elders. Brother was angry. Mangagreat.co. A great martial artist fights a martial artist, and the opponent uses a branch instead of a sword. If this happens, regardless of them victory or defeat, how Ani lose face in the future? Where are they? I'm going now. I guess this will still be in the bamboo forest, the child has already started to fight. Do you know the name of the disciple I taught? It seems to be called something Jaeger. Yi Ming? I'm so proud of myself, I don't want to mess with anyone but that kid. Now he has broken through to become a master. With his skill, even a great master is not a match for Hai. Mangagreat.com. He was defeated even though he was one realm above his opponent. If word of this gets out, Janchi will be humiliated. Ahahaha. I said who is so fierce, it's that bastard, he has broken through to Martel Master. He must have taken it upon his elf to provoke his opponent into taking the bait and using it to Hu Lai Chuang Chi. You should also go with Lei Jiangshi to have a look. Mangagreat.com. This. How can I practice swordplay after such a humiliation? Is my sword skill really not worth a single blow? This sword skill, do not practice also want. Mangagreat.com. Elder Lei, you are here. Visit and read at our website mangagreat.com. I haven't lost the fight. It's not over yet. Boy, you don't get carried away too soon, mangagreat.com. That's enough. Lang Bufei, you are a great martial artist, even if you win against a martial artist, what can you do? Get out of here. Elder Lei, this is your fault, he can still fight, how can you say that? Mangagreat.com. We are willing to fight, even if we don't make sure we win or lose? Yi Ming, why do you want to fight with the disciples of Jianqi? Don't you know that they are guests? Good boy, well done. Master, I was practicing my sword here, but these disciples of Jianqi insisted on cutting the puzzle and claimed to be the best in Jianqi's sword skills. Mangagreat.com. This is unbearable to the disciple, because I have seen in the dragon ranking, the sword skill of Jianqi is obviously garbage. Because the disciples spoke the truth. They did not like it, so they fought. And that's how it turned out, see, it's obviously garbage. It is common knowledge that the disciples of the Sword Pond are devoted to swordsmanship, so it is strange that they are not itching to practice on their paths. It's obvious that they were fishing, and they really got hooked. What nonsense! If you do this, you will damage the friendly. You are really bad, I like it. The disciple knows his mistake, and when he has defeated this last opponent, I will stop. We promise not to affect the friendship between the Inyang Church and the Sword Pond. Today we'll let you know the power of my sword skills. The part of the quiet realm is higher than the work. It is not fair to compare with you. I make the pool type A winning body. It is necessary to be fair and just. I'm afraid you don't dare, right? Anyway, I have defeated many great martial artists in Jianqi, so this is not the only one. Kid, do you really think that there is no one in my pool? If you have the guts, you can challenge the #1 genius of the Sword Pond. The first day. Is that the person that Elder Ray is referring to? It seems that Elder Lay is really angry. That man is not a master to be messed with. If he is really willing to fight, Mng is nothing. There is a disciple in my Sword Pond named Zhuo Do Huang. He is also a martial master. Mng, if you have a question, you can compete with HM in the sword fighting competition in 6 months. By the way, on the first floor, he had already cultivated the Black Emperor's sword. The Black Emperor's sword. One of the FME Imperial swords in the FME Elements sword code has actually been practiced. Mangagreat.com. The Black Emperor's sword, one of the FME Emperor's swords along with the White Emperor's sword of Xiantan. In order to find someone who can practice the Xiantan White Emperor, the Xiantan Sacred Ground has spent many years and spent all their money in order to find someone who won't practice the Xiantan White Emperor, but to no avail, such a difficult sword technique. Someone has really practiced it. Yi Ming, do you dare or not? Ha ha, why not? At the sword fight in 6 months, I, Yi Ming, will defeat the Black Emperor Sword of the Dark Sky. Well, I hope you won't have stage fright when the TME comes. I've heard off the left Do Huang of the Sword Pond, he has amazing qualifications. The point is, the Black Emperor's sword is infinitely powerful, so even if you have the Yin Yang fragrance cutter, I'm afraid you're no match. How about I say something for you, or forget it? Thank you for your kind words, but don't worry, I have my own way of dealing with it. The FME great swords are all ready, Andy do not have one. Mangagreat.com. I have some business to attend to, so please make yourself comfortable, master. Now go repair the Xian Tian White Emperor sword. Duo Bao Building in Yang City Branch Building. Sir, did I hear you right? Are you sure you want a sword made of Xian Tan Mi iron? Yes, what is the problem? Mangagreat.com. If you want to cultivate the Xian Tan White Emperor sword, you must have the Xian Tan sword. The Dragon Armor sword is useless. The Xian Tan sword is temporarily out of stock at the store, and there is only one in the warehouse, which is ready to be transferred to the Duobao building in Peril City. If you are sure you want it, it is not possible to accommodate it, but the sword may not be suitable. How is it not appropriate? Interesting, it's the first TME Eve heard that Duobao house is out of stock. The Xian Tan precious sword is not an ordinary tron, but a heavy sword made from the mother essence of Xian Tan Mi iron. It weighs 36,000 pounds, is difficult to use, and is priced at 32 million supreme coins, no discount. More than 300 million supreme coins? This is too expensive. After all, it is made of Xian Tan Mi iron. Not only is it hollow and hard, but it is also a material that can be compared to thermterals. The air permeability alone is comparable to that of ordinary materials. The price of Sanke is also reasonable. Let's bring the sword first. Mangagreat.com. Who? Xian Tian Bao Jian delivered to. Dear guest, the profound sky sword has been delivered, please give it a try. Kayak. It's heavy. Nice sword, it's a really nice sword. The two fellow martial artists who brought it were tired and panting, and he, a little martial arts master, could directly lift this sword. What kind of genius is he? This is not far from the Yin Yang sect, is he from there? I have almost 1.2 million pounds of strength now, just holding it in my hand is quite hard. If I use this in actual combat, I'll become a living target. It looks like I have to buy some dragon elephant blood to enhance my strength. There are 32 million martial coins inside. I want this sword. 5 days later, 2 heavenly places entrance. Brother, are all these people going to collect insect eggs in the 2 heavenly places? Of course not, although the 2 heavenly places are occupied by the demon insects, there are many resources originally. The insect eggs are not the only things valuable. Most of them want to take their chances and see if they can get something. In fact, most of them will try to avoid contact with demon insects. After all, it is still quite dangerous to find insect eggs. In the past few days of cultivation, the dragon elephant skill has made little progress, and the divine evolution art cannot be used again for more than 900 years, so I am reluctant to use it. And after buying the dragon armor sword, my savings are almost spent. This trip to 2 heavenly places is very important to my senior sister. Ming really came too. Senior sister, Ming really came. Why don't we team up with him? With his help we can definitely find the treasure hunting mouse. I have repeatedly abused his kindness, but never helped him. How can I bother him again? Let's find it ourselves. Ah, good for you, Xian. You're actually hidden here. I told you, you will come to 2 heavenly places to find the treasure hunting mouse. After looking for half a day and not finding one, I didn't expect you to hide in the corner. Xian, don't be so stubborn. I'm a talented person. How can I not be worthy of you? You Xian? Chanwan? What happened to these two? You don't know? Yu Xianxian's younger brother Yuxing made a big mistake and left the treasure hunting mouse in 2 heavenly places. The higher-ups were angry and imprisoned him. If the treasure hunting mouse can't be found within the time limit, he will be executed. Are you kidding? 2 heavenly places is so big, where to find the treasure hunting mouse? Yes, so Yuxing will certainly die, and Shenwan has been pursuing Yu Xianxian in vain, so he took this opportunity to force her to submit. As long as Yu Xianxian agrees to marry him, he will plead his father to intercede and absolve him. Xianxian, it is really dangerous to go to 2 heavenly places to find the treasure hunting mouse. Why don't you say yes to me? You know, if my father hadn't pressed for this, Yuxing would have been executed. My family's business is none of your business. Merge.com, fuck off, or else don't blame me for being rude. To tell you the truth, I have talked with your parents. They all agree to our marriage. Come with me. If you touch me with your dirty hands again, I'll blow your head off. I out. Lurge, come, fuck off. It hurts. You Xianxian, wait for me. If you don't marry me, I'll make your brother's life worse than death. The teleportation array to the 2 heavenly places has been opened. If you want to enter, hurry up. This is the 2 heavenly places? It looks like I entered a small world for the first time. Look, the color of the sky is black and white, and the outside world is very different. There are many insect nests. Everyone gather, all martial artists stand on the left and great martial artists stand to the right. 2 heavenly places is extremely dangerous, you must listen to my arrangements. Who is he and how can he act like he's our leader? This has always been the case, the highest cultivation realm of the person has unified management. We are all disciples of the Yin Yang sect, so it's okay to listen to him. I am Sherhausen, a disciple of the Yin Yang sect, under the tutelage of Elder Zhao Fumo. We've come here for different tasks and purposes, so it is inevitable that it is convenient to act together. I hope that you'll consider each other and tell me the tasks that you originally planned, and I'll give out a list. We all do the same tasks together. And we all do different tasks later. Doing every task together? How much time would be wasted? I don't have the time to waste with them. I refuse to join you. Sister you, no one here can be an exception, not even you. For my sake, let's do it together. It's true that you are a martial artist, but being a martial artist doesn't mean that you can control anyone. Mangagreat.com, I have to go find the treasure hunters, I don't have to waste here. It seems that sister you doesn't wanna GME me a face, so it's fine if you wanna go one. If you defeat me, you can do whatever you want and no one will care. Mangagreat.com. No. Sister, he is one realm higher than you can't beat him. Treasure hunters are not easy to find, and if you waste a lot of TME, you will return without success. I have no choice. Mangagreat.com. Oh, well, then let's get started. A mere martial artist can be easily defeated within 10 moves. NT step. Transient. Ha, you guys are really shameless, forcing a great martial artist to challenge you, a martial artist. Mangagreat.com. Why not let the samurai come? Who are you? Yi Ming. The number 1 in the dragon ranking? Oh. Mangagreat.com. This is not a martial artist playing around, trying to give her a head start? You are still not enough. Gods of the Big Dippers in high formation. Mangagreat.com. Formation? Go now. maxgagremt.com. I am also with you. Mangagreat.com. Yi Ming, don't let me meet you again. Mangagremt.com. Thump. Thump. Otherwise I will kill you. Mangagreocum. Yi Ming, thank you, you saved me again. Mangagreat.com. But you shouldn't do it, because we are in the same clan, and the other side may trip you up later. Then let me see what he can do. Wu Zong, I have not never killed either. Jade, you want to find the treasure hunting mouse, where are you going to start? If you don't have a specific plan, why don't I follow me Andy Ming and try your luck? Mangagreat.com. It's true that I didn't have a detailed plan, and I didn't want to be a part of NNG, but I ended up in the MD of it. Huandi will join you and take a step forward and see what happens. Well, I'm going to tell you about my plan, because I know a little way to control the bugs, and we can use it. The plan was simple. First I found a gathering place of insects, and then I controlled them with the insect control technique. Mangagreat.com. As long as succeed, we can feel the news brought by the bugs, which is like have many more eyes, and we can get twice as much done with whatever we are looking for. Okay, follow your plan, and if you can, please help me find the treasure hunters. I would like to thank you in advance for your help. Mangagreat.com. If you find a baby, you have to share it with me too. In order to find the treasure hunting mouse, I have inquired a lot of information about the 2E10. The place where we are now is called the Golden Beetle Hill, where there is a gathering of golden beetles. It is called the mountain mom bug. It is a kind of demon insect. Mangagreat.com. It is said that when it grows to maturity, it has the strength of 10,000 pounds. A single insect is not very powerful, but in a group it is very powerful and has the power to move mountains. Are you sure that the insect control technique you taught me will work? That mountain mom insect sounds tough, even I can't resist them in a swarm. And I've never heard of anyone being able to control it. It is not called insect control technique, but insect symbolism. Back then, the old group of Tong Tan liked to collect all kinds of strange kung fu methods, and Buddha would be the special Buddha's equipment. He was a special Buddha's equipment. Mangagreagam. It can be controlled by placing a formation inside the head of Fademan insect. It can be turned into a posterior puppet. Thus, he can control you. Such a speakal method can only be used by masters who are proficient in formations, so the master was kind enough to meet the conditions, so Bei Maitu Katuten used it. Now we have to try it and hope it works. Yi Ming, look, that mountain worm is mature and should be useful. Mangagreat.com. With me, absolutely cannot treat you poorly. Mangagreocum. Mangagreat.com. So the rumors are true, this little demon insect really has the strength of 10,000 pounds. Visit and read this manhwa at mangagreat.com to support the translation team. You can't choose. GME up the general resistance, let me study you well. Taste. Mangagreat.com. Hiss, it hurts. Pfft, YMNG, it's the first TME I've seen you get defeated. Andy didn't expect to fall into the hands of a little worm. Accident, purely accidental. If you don't know what you are doing, it only takes 1 minute to kill you. Mangagreat.com. Press. Mangagreat.com. It looks like it's been suppressed by the formation and can't move. This is the first time I have seen a fingerworm, and it is hard to imagine that such a small worm can have the strength of a million pounds. Can these insects really control horses? It is a strong force, which means that it is vital and can be tolerated even if the teacher's law is applied to its body. It is very suitable to become an advocacy bug. Marking, puppet symbol formation. Mangagreat.com. 1 hour later. Mangagreat.com. Does this count as a success? Mangagreat.com. Land, it lifted me up. It's really powerful. The sense of weight. Huzier, you weigh 98 pounds. Mangagreat.com, do you know how to talk? 98 pounds is already very light. It looks like you've managed to control it, and even gain its senses. Yes, it was more affect me than I expected. Master Yi, there are countless demon insects in this place, do we need to inscribe each one of them with a formation like this? It's too consuming. Brother Joe hit the nail on the head. The formation I set up has the characteristic that it can be passed on to its descendants. Mangagreat.com. Immediately, the war enemy controls it and returns it. Make it hide and mate. With the speed of human decolonization, it won't take long for the two to plant the southern part of the mountain. Back to the nest, let's go. Manga Grempelgum. Mangagreat.com. This is the interior of the nest, and it is the first time we have seen it. There are many passages. It is complicated. It's like choosing words and not knowing where the females are located. Swarms are often matrilineal swarms. A large group of worms feeds a single guide worm. All the other insects were carrying food to the same destination, probably to feed the females. Mangagreat.com. I need a whole food too. These bugs have very little intelligence and no human emotions, only the most basic instinct reactions. Mangagreat.com, even if they are beaten up or their food is taken away by their peers, they will not resent it, but will only be dumbfounded. Anyway, blend in first, follow them. Mangagreat.com. Mangagreat.com. It looks like this one is the mother of all worms, and she's not even mom, so she's having a good time. Mangagreat.com. How dare you press on me while I'm feeding you? Today, no one can take away the right to mate. Vree. Little thing, how did you survive all this? They are at least twice your size. There's no way you can beat them alone within 8 to 10 years. Luckily you met me. I will ensure that you can get the best female bug of your life. You still want to take back your mating rights? The bug that I'm controlling now knows how to fight. Now for the final step. Master, you can still consider this a unique experience, others can't even get it even if they want to. It's best for you to cheer up. No, there's not a single normal person who would want an experience like that. Yi Ming, didn't you go to control the bug to go and mate? Why are you looking so down? Could it be that you failed? It was successful, and I placed another technique on the bug when I was mating. This way, the larvae that the bug gave birth to will all be under my control. That's a good thing, but why are you looking so sad? I never expected that everything that the bug felt during the mating would be sent to me as well. How should I put these feelings? They make me want to give up on my life. The eggs will be laid tomorrow, then they will be hatched 7 days later, let's just wait here for now. Wow, we got tens of thousands of bugs under our control just within a few days. With this multiplication speed, no wonder Liang Tian will be taken over by them. That's not it. No matter how fast they multiply, the god of war will still kill them in swarms. It will still be quicker than their multiplication speed. How exactly did Liang Tian get conquered? We will have to start from the external environment. Liang Tian is located in the sky, and the name of heaven is very general. The imitation of Buddha means that the world outside of heaven and earth is the same. But that's not exactly it. Numerous worlds and planets exist within the vast universe, and there are a lot of mysterious constellations as well. The land of Tianyuan is one of the worlds. The world is protected by a world barrier while a normal planet is not. Liang Tian is a planet that's located at the very edge of the land of Tianyuan with rich resources, and controlled by our yin yang religion. Then, a horrifying storm happened in the universe. Numerous planets were demolished. Due to the lack of protection by the world barrier, a huge amount of demonic bugs were swirled into Liang Tian, and the majority of them are bugs that are in the level of God of War. Demonic bugs multiply at a great speed. Once they have settled down, they are able to take control over Liang Tian in a short time, forcing Yin Yang to temporarily give up on this planet. I see. So right now, Liang Tian looks like it belongs to Yin Yang on the outside, but it's actually a lawless land. Fine, there's no point thinking about all this nonsense right now, let's get to work first. Mountain moving bugs, spread out. Bring everything valuable that you can find back to me, including the eggs of demonic bugs from other species. Sha. 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 My god, controlling this amount of demonic bugs to steal eggs, brother Yi, this will cost you a lot. With this amount of help, we can find the treasure hunting rat for sure. Sister, we can save your younger brother now. Yeah, I hope that this will go well. Now we can just train right here. I believe we will have good news in a short time. In the next few days, Ming practiced the dragonic image technique and reached the 5th grade successfully. His strength reached up to I.G tons. With a strength this high, he can finally wield the profound sky sword as he pleases. In the meantime, the bugs have cleared up the area within 1,000 miles radius as he ordered, bringing back a huge amount of eggs and spiritual rocks every day, filling Ming's inventory within a few days, and it seems like they're bringing in more and more as time goes by, making Ming fulfilling his wish on earning money while doing nothing. Until one day. Clank. Ha! It's a mountain-moving bug. Visit and read this manhwa at mangacap.com to support the translation team. The mountain bug. This is a good thing, if trained well, can come in handy. mangacap.com. I can't believe that the mountain worm, which has long been extinct for 10,000 years, can appear here. There must be no rare and exotic insects in this small world. Let's go to more countries, there will be something important. Mouth. No, it's not. This mountain worm has a formation carved mangacap.coinito it. It is a worm that has a master. So what? Our heavenly insect sex insect control technique is the best in the world, so a mere formation will do. After we have controlled all the demon insects in the area. Even if its master comes to the door, it will only be a gift of death. Okay. Then I will break his formation. mangacap.com. YMNG, what's wrong? I don't know where the wealthy people come from to rob my insects. I'd like to see who has the guts to do that. mangacap.com. mangacap.com. The formation inside the body of this insect is not simple. It did not control New York strength well and burned the insect to death while breaking the formation. What a pity. I just checked, there are at least 1,000 of them around, not missing this one. In any case, we will catch them first, and then we will try to control them. mangacap.com Insect Attraction Technique. Thunder Dragon Tour. mangacap.com B. Not. Insect Shield. mangacap.com. Brush. Brush. mangajirect.com. Brush. Step on. mangacap.com. These two control the bugs to form a shield against my Thunder Dragon Tour. It seems that they are both good at insect control, but not at a high level, only at the martial arts level. It looks like the owner of the insect has come to the door. So what? I'm afraid he won't make it. Getting a demon insect is already a happy event, but I didn't expect that a little beauty would come to my door. What a great joy! We'll have fun later. How dare you? How dare a little martial artist to be so arrogant? Die! Ha 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 ha, how dare you call us arrogant? Do you really think we don't know that there are two great martial artists among you? I'm afraid you don't know that the number of great martial artists who have died under us is too many to count, not counting the two of you. Boys and girls, let's go. HajiHGreat.com. Except for the woman, the rest of them are poisoned. Yin Yang Shield. Nangagreat.com. Catcho. 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 What a poisonous wasp, to bite through my yin yang shield. Although a single bee is nothing, it can only break a small bite, but there are thousands of them here. With such numbers, even the guru could not resist. Fine, fine, how can there be such a pervert? Mangagreat.com. Interesting, since you are good at insect control, let's have a competition. Taste. 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 Let's see if it's my mountain bee or your poisonous bee that's the best. On top. Mangagreat.com. The beetle-type beetle is the only one that can penetrate the beetle's shell. MyGaGreat.com, and there are even more of them than we have. God, these are tens of thousands of mountain-moving insects, and he can manage them all by himself. Visit and read this manhwa at mangagreat.com to support the translation team. Ka. 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 Mangagreat.com. It's summer, there's no way to fight. It is better to consider throwing. Don't try to escape. Mangagreatcom. Come on, come back and protect me. Break it. Ah. Mangagreat.com. Yin Yang Blade. Pass. Mangagreat.com. Without the bugs, close combat is much weaker than a normal martial artist. Vulnerable. Thud. I have offended you, please do not kill me. Geez. Now you're begging for mercy? If we can't beat you, we don't know how you'll torture us now. Mangagreat.com. Kill him, this kind of person is a scourge even if he stays. I have a secret. If you spare my life, I can tell you the secret of the two heavenly beings. This secret is only known to me, the heavenly bug cult. What is the secret? One of the gods of our heavenly insect cult once sighted the two rights heaven and discovered that there was a reason why these demon insects had settled in the two rights heaven. In the underground of the two heavenly places, there are buried magic crystals. Mangagreat.com. What? Crystal. There are 9 levels of spiritual stones, but above them there are even more precious spiritual stones, called secret crystals and magic crystals. The most precious of these is the magic crystal, which contains the laws of heaven and earth, and is absolutely priceless, even for the martial gods and goddesses. Do you know the location of the crystal? No, I don't know, but we in the Skyworm Church are sure that there are definitely magic crystals in the Turites heaven. Even the insect emperors stayed on this planet because of the magic crystals of the Kai. That's why we were sent here, to search for magic crystals and to tame some demon insects at the same TME. Mangagreat.com. After talking nonsense for a long time, we have no hope for what the king of worms can't find. This so-called secret is worthless. Indeed, instead of thinking about crystal, it is better to think about something practical. Brother, Hujier, these days we have collected a lot of eggs, far more than expected, so it is time to think about leaning. Mangagreat.com. The eggs in these 2 rings are for you, Tasher. You will return to the Yin Yang sect first, Andy Mill return after I find the treasure hunting mouse with Fengxian. No, the eggs in the mission are worth at least 40 million supreme coins, and we haven't done anything. How can we take so much? Yes, my brother, this is a very generous gift, and I am very grateful for. Mangagreat.com. Take it, I didn't put much effort into it, but I relied on the help of the mountain-mung insects to find it. Even because of your own training, you have been entrusted with the task of lifting the worms, which you deserve. Since my brother has said so, I will not be pretentious. Magagreet.cov, thank you. And go to Kaong to teach us the IAJ again. Thank you, YMNG, your thoughts will never be forgotten. Mangagreat.com. We are so familiar with each other, we should not be polite. Tell me, what does a treasure hunting mouse look like? It is as big as a palm, white in color, with golden ears, and very twid. Running as fast as lightning, the new word will come to life. Good, then expand your search. Mangagreat.com. Let's continue our training and wait for the news of the mountain mumming insects. Okay. Mangagreat.com, Ming, what happened to you in Sulan? Sulan fled to the Xiantian world, and with my current strength and wealth, I'm still too far away to go there. I heard someone mention a while ago that Massus Reefsmlian bird dynasty seems to be preparing to attack the Xiantan world. What? Is it because of Sulan? Visit and read this manhwa at mangagreat.com to support the translation team. Sulan had only managed to get lost in the Xiantan world, but the Vermilion bird dynasty wanted to attack. Mangagreat.com. Could it be that the emperor ordered HM to bring back Sulan even if he had tossed the power of the emperor? That's not true. Attacking a big world is a big matter for the emperor, so how can such a fight be made over a crown princess? It is said that this matter has been planned for a long time, and the Vermilion bird emperor has even been preparing for it for hundreds of years before he has re-sent his troops recently. The Vermilion bird dynasty is attacking the Xiantian world, which is an opportunity for me. By then, I could join the Vermilion bird dynasty army as Jugugu and accompany them on the expedition, and when I reached the Xiantan world, I could find a way to find Loner. 1 month later. Nyangagreat.com. After a month, tens of thousands of insects can't find a single rat. Isyeshing really destined to serve this cality. There's still a lot of TME before the teleportation array closes, so don't worry, you'll find it. Buzz 1. Mangagreat.com. Have you found the treasure hunting mouse? Really? Of course, it's true. But this month, mountain insects threw countless eggs and not move, and focus on finding, convert into money but at least wist hundreds of millions of supreme coins. My heart is dripping blood. Good thing is that we finally found it. Just to the southeast, let's get up. Mangagreat.com, HMWWM. Squeak squeak. Squeak squeak. Mangagreat.com. Squeak squeak. Squeak squeak. You little beast, do you know that you have caused me and Yashenga a lot of trouble? Mangagreat.com. Let go of the treasure hunting mouse, or I will not be polite. Who are you? This treasure hunting mouse is the treasure of my Yin Yang church. Why should I let go? You're Yin Yang baby? I caught this rat a few days ago, and he tied the rope around its feet, so how did you get it? Master, this man is a martial artist, and his aura is so strong that he is obviously a tough man who has been used to killing people. Mangagreat.com. A hidden confrontation with the master may not be an adversary and needs to be handled with caution. Okay. My friend, the treasure hunting mouse is indeed owned by the Yin Yang sect. It was lost in this place some time ago and it took a long time to find it. We hope that our friends will make it easy for us. Mangagreat.com. Oh, what about the Yin Yang sect, a mere 10,000-year-old religion, compared to my sword pond Holy Land? What does it matter? I say again, put down the treasure hunting mouse, or I will kill you both. No, this woman is so beautiful that I will let her LME a few days longer and enjoy herself. The treasure hunting mouse is a matter of my brother's life, and I can't let it go under any circumstances. Mangagreat.com. YMNG, this is because of me. You take the treasure hunting mouse and run away. I will stop HM even if I have to risk my life. No, he is a disciple of the sword pond, but he trespassed into the two rights heaven of the Yin Yang sect and stole the treasure hunting mouse that we had been searching for a month, and he also had mischievous intentions towards our female disciples. So, I can't justify not killing HIW. Ha 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 ha. Manga Griokam. Kill me? With you? Let's see what you're made of. Fire, sword, and shadow. No movement of the print. Mangagreat.com. How could you withstand a blow from my hand? You do have the ability to be a hero. It seems you have to take it seriously. Mangagreat.com. Fire off 1. The immovable diabook array. Formation? Mangagreat.com. A mere formation wants to trap me, you dream. YNNG, this man is much stronger than the Martal sect of the Black Dragon sect, and the formation is difficult to trap him. I know, this formation can only trap him for 10 moments at most. However, this little time is enough. Mangagreat.com. This is my home turf. Catcho. 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 Mangagreat.com. Demon insects? Swoosoo. A cloudmerge.com. Swoosh. Swoosh. Ah. You scoundrel, looking for death. What kind of insects are these? They're thick, heavy, and there are so many of them. They are coming one after another, I can't stop them. Majesticscans.com. Arrgh. Damn, under normal circumstances, I could-e escaped no matter how many demon insects there were. But now I'm trapped by the array and I can't get away. As a martial grandmaster, you lack martial ethics, not to mention, you dared to hit on senior sister you. I'll let your third leg be the first thing buried in the worm's belly today. Crackle. 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 JustICScans.com. Ahem, bastard, you know I'm from Swordpool. You won't end up well if you do this to me. If you knew who I was, you wouldn't say that. Mountain moving insects, get rid of him. Crackle. 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 No, ho, ah. Immobility spirit firm array, disperse. Tickscans.com. The swarm of demon insects is really powerful. Within such a short amount of time, it didn't even leave a bone of the martial grandmaster. Xian, how can someone from the Swordpool sect sneak into the 2 heavenly places? Didn't the heavenly insect sect people say that only the Yin-Yang sect has the transmission array to get here? These people may have entered through our Yin-Yang sect's transmission array, something must have happened outside. Majesticscans.com. Yiming, thank you for helping me find the treasure hunting mouse, I will definitely return this favor. I have to go back now to avoid any further accidents, do you want to come with me? I still have some things to do, so I won't leave for now. Senior sister, you should hurry up and go back to rescue your brother. Mishem, you must also be careful, don't be careless because you have the protection of the mountain moving insects. We'll see each other some other time. Majesticscans.com. Phew, this trip to the 2 heavenly places was very successful. Not only did I get a lot of insect eggs, I also found the treasure hunting mouse. How can I leave such a good place? Anyway, there is still a long time before the transmission array closes, so let's cultivate the Xintian White Emperor sword here. Cultivating while letting mountain moving insects search for insects' eggs is killing 2 birds with 1 stone, cultivating while earning money. Where else can I find such a good place? *PR/N, beginner fits better since it's the most common in the same group of words referring to levels, such as intermediate and advanced, both used here. If I want to cultivate the Xintian White Emperor sword, I not only need to have the Xintian sword, but I also need to master the 12 beginner sword techniques, the 8 primary sword techniques, the 4 intermediate sword techniques and the 2 advanced sword techniques. You can only comprehend the sword intent of the Xintian White Emperor sword after practicing all of them. In this case, let's start practicing the 12 beginner sword techniques first. Majesticscans.com. T/N, if you notice something wrong in the following days, or different translation from Ming concentrated on practicing the previous group, I won't give shit changing it except his sword techniques, and since cultivation ranking, there wasn't much time left in the Divine Sea, he didn't use the Divine Evolution technique to change the flow of time. The 12 beginner sword techniques are C-splitting sword technique, blind stabbing sword technique, eye-pointing sword technique, tantalizing sword technique, avalanche sword technique, soul-cutting sword technique, cloud-wiping sword technique, cloud-piercing sword technique, pearl-picking sword technique, dragon-lifting sword technique, strangling sword technique, and snow-sweeping sword technique. They represent the 12 uses of the sword: splitting, thrusting, pointing, ruffling, collapsing, cutting, wiping, piercing, picking, lifting, strangling, and sweeping. On the level of martial arts alone, these 12 sword techniques have the power of the king-class sword techniques, and even if a genius wants to learn them, it will take several years. However, Ming himself has the top-grade holy body, and he created a divine sword technique. He only needed 5 days to master all the beginner sword techniques. Ming is not completely unfamiliar with the next 8 primary sword techniques. The evolution of heaven and earth is not away from the yin and yang. Yin and yang gives birth to 4 elephants. 4 elephants give birth to the 8 trigrams. The 8 sword techniques and the 8 trigrams are similar. Ming is cultivating like a fish in the water with the yin and yang holy body. With the experience of practicing the 12 elementary sword techniques, plus the same origin, Ming learned the 8 primary sword techniques in only 3 days, namely, Shen Gang sword technique, Koan Gang sword technique, Li Fire sword technique, Sun Wind sword technique, Kan Water sword technique, Jin Thunder sword technique, Jen Mountain sword technique, and Dui Moist sword. QC/N, readers, you gotta zoom in to read these narrations, lol. After that, the 4 intermediate sword techniques and 2 advanced sword techniques were also similar to the 4 elephants and the yin and yang, so Ming mastered them equally smoothly. Even the sun sword technique, which is very similar to the heaven and earth sword techniques, only has minor differences, which made him doubt whether the Shen Tian White Emperor sword came from the yin yang sect. SDCscans.com. By Ming, is there something wrong? How come the more you practice this sword technique, the more you feel like you are practicing the heaven and earth sword technique? And the more you practice, the more ancient the sword gets. In the end, which is more powerful, the flowery sword technique or the simple sword technique? Master will have this doubt, since he regards the sword technique as a tangible object. In fact, counting with the heaven and earth sword technique, Master has now mastered 27 sword techniques, and even created a divine sword technique. He should know what the sword means to himself. The sword is a useful weapon in the hands of a martial artist. The sword technique is used to give full display of the power of swordsmanship. I have learned many sword techniques, and I can use the power of it in many ways, which is good, but I'm confused now. JustICScans.com. The 8 trigrams sword technique, the 4 elephants sword technique, the heaven and earth sword technique, and the yin and yang sword technique, some of them are complicated and some are simple and ancient. In the end, what is the true meaning of swordsmanship? 7 days later. Mangagreat.com. The meaning of the sword, the true meaning of the sword. 15 days later. Flowers like brocade, sipal and sipal, which is the true meaning of the sword. 1 month later. The true meaning of the sword. The manga Greco meaning of the sword. I'm really stupid too. Whatever the difference between the 8 trigram sword, the 4 elephants sword, the yin and yang sword, and the 2 right sword, all I need to do is to hold the sword in my hand and move it with my NND. Whether it is swordsmanship or sword, it is all for me, not me for the sword. Mangagreat.com. My heart's intent is my sword's intent, and it is the true intent of my sword. Congratulations to the master for having an epiphany and possessing his own sword intent. The entry requirements for the Xiantan White Emperor sword have been met, so you can now practice it officially. Unlike ordinary sword techniques, the Xiantian White Emperor sword has no fixed sword stances, only arcane commands. There are 9 sections in the recitation, which represent the 9 realms of the Xiantan White Emperor sword. The realm is divided into 6 levels of acquired and 3 levels of innate. The first level is sword intent, the second level is sword heart, the third level is sword soul, the fourth level is sword spirit, the fifth level is sword realm, and the sixth level is sword god. But the third level of the heavenly realm can only be broken through with the help of the other 4 imperial sword codes. Now that I have my own sword intent, if I want to break through to the first level, I have to understand the sword intent of the Shen Tian White Emperor sword. What did you say? These days there are 2 extremely powerful demons fighting? Move? Mangagreat.com. As a result, one of the large scorpions is still Alma, but it can no longer. Interesting, let's escape and see what's going. Buzz buzz buzz. This. You donut say you'll not forgot. You have collected a lot of warm eggs for me in the past month, so I can't waste them. Mangagreat.com. What big bugs, their aura is as terrifying as that of a god, these two must be bug queens. Mangagreat.com. The big centipede is dead. As for the remaining scorpion, there was still one breath left, but the wound was too deep to move. If you leave it alone, you will die soon. Master, these two insects are full of treasures, not to mention other things. The shell alone is an excellent material for making weapons. When the remaining one is dead, you can search it from the outside to the inside. That's what I thought. Humans don't want to die. Leave now. Mangagreat.com. Don't be too strong. You, the dignified little emperor, have poorly on verbal threats. It can be seen that the lamp is exhausted. Knock knock. I think you are quite poisoned. Do you need help? But for a strong man like you, a little martial artist like me can't help you much. At last I can help you dig a big hole and bury it. This human being, who has a powerful force within him, is protecting him. Worm eggs, lots of eggs, absorbing life force, help me, thank you, repay you. Mangagreat.com. I do have eggs, and there are a lot of them, but they're worth a lot of money, so do you GME me in return? As long as, can LME, what you want, can, all, GME you. So, I want you. Mangagreat.com. I can save you if you allow me to carve a formation in your soul and henceforth be under my control. It is better to die than to LME, I think you also understand this principle. You can. Good, then GME up the resistance. Mangagreat.com. When I carve the formation, that's when you will be saved. It must be successful. To control an insect emperor equivalent to the human race martial god level, it is impossible under normal conditions. Such a rare opportunity must be seized. Ouch. Don't move. My formation is engraved directly on your soul through your head. If you are not careful, your soul will be scattered, and you have to endure the pain. There must be no mistake, the puppet insect symbolism is created by the old ancestor. As long as it succeeds in carving the formation, even if it is an insect emperor, it will not be able to recover. Mangagreat.com. As expected, it is a bug king. The difficulty of controlling it is far from ordinary demon bugs. Now, through the formation in its brain, I can clearly feel its powerful strength, and I have made a fortune. The engraved array is a success. From now on, you are my bug. Worm eggs. I will never be stingy when it comes to my own bugs. Mangagreat.com. Inside are all the eggs I've collected over the past few days, tens of millions of them, so eat them up. Scorpions use the nutrients from the eggs to expel the poison and recover from their injuries, which can take at least several days. First, let's take a look at this insect centipede. Where to start to demdy it? Master, look at its legs, each of which has tiny sharp spines, one of the hardest things on its body. There are as many as 1,000,000 thorns. Remove it and make a weapon. Guys, let's go. Pull out all its thorns and leave none of them behind. Catcho. K4 Chow. The centipede has 108 pieces of armor on its back, which is indestructible and a good material for building armor. It also has 2 tentacles, which can be made into 2 soft whips, with infinite power. Of course, the most precious thing is the demon nucleus in its head, which is the result of its life's essence. The kernels of the king-level demon insects are of immense value and must not be missed by the owner. Mangagreat.com. Gasp. The brain is very hard, after all, it is the body of the emperor. Even if it is a corpse, it cannot be broken by my power. The 3 of you are tearing through the gaps and slowly eating away at them, little by little. 9 days later, Mingaretko. Manga Griocum. This is the demon core of the insect emperor, which contains Arich life force and various intricate laws. It's hard for me to use it now, so let's put it away first. The centipede insects were also scavenged, except for the useless tendons and flesh, all of them were collected. It was a very fruitful trip. Lord, my wound is healed. Damn it, the whole 7 storage weapons, tens of millions of eggs, all eaten up by you. Yes, I'm sorry, the master said, it's good to eat. Mangagreat.com. Do not worry, and not to blame you mean, their own bugs, eat as much as possible. This guy is still quite simple, but the IQ is not very high. Look, after all, is a demon insect, a little stupid is normal. Scorpion, in the future you do things for me, you should be given a name. You're all black, huge, and a bug king, so you need a more powerful name. So, how about Black Buster? No, it looks like you're happy with the name, it's Black Buster. Mangagreat.com. Black Buster, in the future, you follow me, so big size is not very convenient, can not be a little smaller? That's about right. I almost forgot to ask you, how did you get into a fight with that centipede? Do you often fight with the king of insects? I have an old grudge against Hai, he has eaten my children, and I have eaten his. Hangagreat.co. A few days ago, we simultaneously sensed the power of law nearby, came to investigate, and we started fighting when we met. It was careless and was killed by me, and I was almost poisoned by it. The law fluctuates? How did I not notice it? The northern meditation also did not notice. The law fluctuates, summons not, now, here underground, there must be, many, law crystals. Magic crystal? Are the words of the man of the heavenly worm cult really true? Is there really a magic crystal here? Blackba, can you find the magic crystal? You can find it, but you can't access it. Hangagreat.co. Okay, then take me to find it. Visit and read this manhwa at mangagreat.com to support the translation team. Mangagreat.com. Fa Jing is under the pond and can't get in. Zangagreat.com. This place has a large number of forbidden, mysterious and unusual, with my formation attainments are difficult to deal WTH, no wonder you cannot do anything about. You empty the pool first, and it'll take care of the rest. Mangagreat.com. Catcho. Mangagreat.com, Catcho. Blee Rumble. Rumble Rum. Mangagreat.com. Freeze the pool water into ice and throw it out, what a simple and brutal solution. Mangagreat.com. Ming, what are you looking for me for? Mangagreat.com. This is the powerful force that I felt from my master before. Master, this place is too much forbidden, very complicated, I have difficulty breaking it, please help me. Each of these runes is very mysterious, and they are superimposed and accumulated with each other. There are 1,000 layers in total, for 1,000 prohibitions. With your current level of formation, the most you can do is to break a small 1,000 prohibitions, no wonder you can't solve it. Mangagreat.com. Although the master can break it, it is only a immersion and is not powerful enough, so he needs to use external objects. Do you have advanced talisman money and martial arts coins? I always have this array of materials on hand. Mangagreat.com. 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 What a big crystal palace. What is this place? MangaJerryAI.com. The statue of the woman is very Alma as if she could come to life at any moment. Mangagreat.com. The touch, smooth and soft, not at all as hard as crystal, more like skin. You say she is like a person, feel better than the real person, Sulan is not as comfortable as she squeezed. It is not dead, nor does it look like humming thing. As I suspected, this statue is a nature deity in the making. Hanga Greekum. Generally speaking, the power of the gods comes from the power of faith, and the stronger the faith, the stronger the gods, which is why God Wu Tian has to cultivate believers in multiple worlds. Unlike the natural gods, they are born of heaven and earth and are able to manipulate the power of the law from birth, and are more powerful than ordinary gods. A god? Is she a god? I'm squeezing and touching a god? Exactly, but the master does not have to worry, the general flower thief also like to do so, quite normal. Normal, my ass, don't compare me to those horny people. Blood drop, awakening, god. Ngriexis. You let me drip blood on her? So that she can awaken? Where did you hear about it? Bloodline memory. Mangadirect.com. Master, try it. Adropov blood can awaken. Is it really that mysterious? There was no reaction, so there was no need to dwell on the crystal statue. Mangagreat.co. The palace is so big, go and look elsewhere. Master, there is a pool in front of you, in which there is no water, but only liquid crystals, from which the power of crystals oozes. Okay, let's go there. Mangagreat.co. Mangagreat.com. Master, there seems to be some kind of law and mystery in the pool, so you can enter it and soak in it and feel it carefully. There is a never-before-seen law related to crystals. Black Buster, you are also entering with me. Mangagreat.com. My shell is tougher. Yes, I also feel that my body is much stronger, and it seems that there are laws that are influencing my physical body, but I still need to understand exactly how. First, enter the state of yin-yang holy body and feel this law. Everything is born in two states, one is crystalline and the other is amorphous. Crystalline objects, which are repetitive and balanced, are arranged in such a way as to produce gems, stones, and crystals. Mangagreat.com. Crystals can be as hard as stone or as soft as water. If I put in my body and arrange it in a crystal state and spread it all over my body and be transformed into a Daiwan crystal, which is invulnerable to swords and invulnerable to fire and water. So, the law here is the law of crystals, and the law of crystals is also the law of crystals. Even this whole palace is made of a large number of crystals of the law of crystals, and this place is full of crystals. First, gather up the astral energy. Then incorporate the law of crystal into Cacho. In this way, the astral energy is crystallized and its hardness is greatly increased, which is good for both attack and defense. Mangagreat.co. Since the entire palace is made of crystals, now that I have fused the laws of crystals, it is difficult to obtain more here. Master, send me away. Oh. Thank you, Master, you can close the entrance now. Mangagreat.co. Yining, the TME for bilocation has expired, you only have one bilocation talism left, use it carefully. I've been here for a long time, and it is time for me to go back. Mangagreat.co. Black Buster, while I'm away, you help me collect valuable things. Master, what is something valuable? Such as spirit stones, precious stones, rare metals, demon cores and so on, are worth a lot of money. Get me as much as you can, understand? I'll go one step ahead, remember your mission, and when I get back I can point to you to make a fortune. Okay, mangagreat.co. Visit and read this manhwa at mangagreat.com to support the translation team. Yin-yang Church. Although these few months of the two festivals have yielded rich harvests, they have also exhausted me enough. Finally, I can go back to the room and get some rest. Mangagreat.com, you're back. Am I right in thinking that this is the house given to me by the Yin-yang Church? Why are you here? Thanks to you, Yu Shang was saved, Mangagreat.com. I, Shirhan and Hujayer also made a lot of money selling eggs. We are very grateful to you, but we are worried about your safety in Two Rights Heaven, so we come to your home every day. Over TME, I thought it was too much trouble to go back and forth, so I just stayed here. You're very polite. He was not in danger inside, but on the way back there were a lot of doubts. Mangagreat.com. Let's talk in the room. I see that you have nothing to entertain guests in your house. I didn't even have a teacup, so I bought a tea set towed to the house. Spiritual teas said to be refreshing and good for Cult Nation, you try it. It's true, mangagreat.com. It is very comfortable to drink. Yes, then I'll fill in more for you. It's obviously my house, but I feel a guest and she feels like a host. By the way, did you find out these days why there are disciples from other sects entering Two Rights Heaven? Mangagreat.com. When he came back, I found that there were also many foreign disciples at the entrance of the Two Rights Heaven, even many from the Sword Pond. For a long time, the Two Rights Heaven has been owned by the Yin Yang Church, however, because it was occupied by the Bug King, it was only nominally owned. So, this time, the top management of the Yin Yang Church is very determined. They decided to join forces with the Heavenly Bug Cult, the Sword Pond, and the True Dragon Sacred Ground to retake the Two Rights Heaven and share the resources of the Demon Worms in the Two Rights Heaven. There are a lot of resources in Two Rights Heaven, which I don't understand, but what's the use of demon bugs? So, aren't two at a disadvantage? How can we lose? Mangagreat.com. That day, when the insect cult was good at controlling the demon insects, it would not take long to take full control of the Two Rights Heaven. According to the agreement, half of the demon bugs belong to the Yin Yang Church. The Heavenly Bug Cult is not a good type, and this move may not be an attempt to draw wolves into the house, and with the involvement of the Sword Pond and other huge things, there may be ulterior motives. It is reasonable to assume that the top brass of the Yin Yang Church would not want to do this either and probably have other plans. In fact, I would have liked to spend more TME in Two Rights Heaven, however, I had to come back because I had to participate in the sword fighting competition. Mangagreat.com. Xian, do you have a solution to the sword fight? Sword fighting competition. Yi Ming, I hope you do not participate. The Zhuo Huang of the Sword Pond has heard that he has trained the Black Emperor's sword, so it is difficult for you to defeat him. It's okay, he also happened to have cultivated the Xian Tian White Emperor's sword, so I can compete with HM to see who is stronger and who is weaker. Mangagreat.com. What? You have completed the Xian Tan White Emperor sword? That's the sword art of the Xian Tan Holy Land. How can you? That's right, Su Lan must have told you, this is not a good idea. If the Xian Tan Holy Land finds out about this, they will definitely come after you. It's okay, Mangagreat.com. The Xian Tan White Emperor sword has no specific stance, and even those who have seen it may not be able to recognize it. Zhan Xian, you'd better tell me about the sword competition. I only know that it will be held in Jiangxi, but I don't know anything else. This sword fighting competition, also known as the Green Dragon Sword Fighting Competition, is held from time to time. Any power with a Jiandao heritage can participate, and there is no limit to the number of powers or participants. Forces such as the Sword Pond, the Yin Yang Church, the Dmi Sword Sect, and the Spiritual Sword Sect will all participate. Although it is also a tournament, the Green Dragon Sword Competition is different from the DMNG Dragon ranking type of competition, which is a challenge system. Manga.com. Anyone who participates in a sword fight can challenge another participant, and when the challenge is made, both the challenger and the challenged must offer a prize of equal value. The losing team means the prize to the winning team. Every year, Jiangxi sends more than 10 martial artists to participate in the sword fights, and they are prepared with very expensive prizes. Every year at the sword fights, Jiangxi is the biggest winner. Do the winnings go to the Yin Jewel? How valuable are the winnings from the sword pool? Mangagreat.com. Whether or not the winnings go to the Yin Jewel depends on how the power to which they belong wants to distribute them. As for how valuable the trophy is, you won't believe it when you tell me, it's really valuable. Because the prize is a city. Mangagreat.com. Win and get a city. And not just any city, but a large city with a population of hundreds of millions and huge taxes. It's too much to use the city as the headline. Are all these forces playing so hard? Mangagreat.com. Wait, both sides take the city as a prize, and the winner takes the other side's city, isn't that a bet? Who says no? Mangagreat.com. The only thing is that the threshold for gambling is too high, at least, only the great sects can afford to play, and ordinary powers dare not participate. At least each one of them is a great religion, a holy place or something. Why are they all so greedy? Mangagreat.com, they had more money than the average martial artist could imagine, and they still cared about money? That's what you don't know. Tell you a number. The annual revenue of our Yin Yang Church is about 100 billion Sing coins, which is 3 trillion Sing coins. So rich. Compared to the Yin Yang Church, I'm like a beggar. Our Yin Yang religion is one of the most powerful churches that has existed for more than 100 years, so think how much wealth can be accumulated in Manga Grigriers? There are 15 cities under the direct control of the Yin Yang religion alone, each with a population of hundreds of millions of people. Not to mention the many small cities and forces that were indirectly controlled and supported, but they all have to pay tribute. Not to mention others, many clans, gangs, dark bureaus, and merchants of Eastern Qi are supported by our Yin Yang Church. Segt. Yin Yang Gerg. Trade Associamen. In addition, the Yin Yang Church has produced many great masters throughout the FME Imperial dynasties, and they have established numerous powers, large and small. Eastern Oisiat. Mangagreat.com, of course, earning more. The expenses are also large. Every year the Qinglong dynasty foreign troops consumption is huge. Yin and Yang Church as the dynasty of the Great Church, of course, also need to contribute some blood. Every time the dynasty fought, they had to pay at least 30 billion Martel God coins. In addition to the money given to the Qinglong dynasty, the Yin Yang Church's own consumption is also quite huge, high level. Core disciples. Inner disciples. Outer disciples. Handyman disciples. There are nearly 1 million handyman disciples, 100,000 outer disciples, 10,000 inner disciples, and hundreds of core disciples in the sect. The consumption of such a large number of people is absolutely astronomical. In addition, the Yin Yang Church also promised a large number of elders, Martel monarch level elders, with an annual salary starting at 300 Martel Sage coins, Martel Sage level starting at 100 Martel Sage coins, Martel Sage level starting at an Lion Martel Sage coins. Mangagreat.com. The number of elders supported by the entire Yin Yang Church adds up to tens of thousands, which is a very large sum of money. Of course, there are many other places to spend money. For example, if some clans and gangs are slow to develop, the Yin Yang Church has to feed them with money so that they can grow and prompt more for us. For example, if there is a natural or man-made disaster in a city or town, the Yin Yang Church must also pay for the relief. In short, there are so many ways to spend money, and even though the annual income is huge, the sums are actually light. Stop, I'm going to blow my head off. Mangagreat.com, you are not too tired to remember so many things. Just kidding, your sister and I worked in our Yin Yang Church treasury back in the day. The money handled each year is in the tens of billions, if not hundreds of billions, although none of the subs belong to them. It seems that Xian is very interested in mathematics. Strange to say, I still prefer to study mathematics than to fight and kill, and tediously set up formations. Mangagreat.com. Unfortunately, this stuff does not help me in my practice, otherwise, I would really like to do this line of work. Since you are interested, I can teach you the mathematical part of chaos. With your qualifications, you will be able to achieve something. Chaos arithmetic? My God, Ming, you have such a treasure. Mangagreat.com. Good luck, accidental gain. But I'm afraid it's hard to get started if you haven't studied the general part. Mangagreat.com. In the early stage, I will help you to build the foundation. Are you really asking me so much for the purpose of playing the sword pond? If my guess is right, you want a city of your own. Mangagreat.com. Visit and read this manhwa at mangagreat.com to support the translation team. Mangagreat.com. 000000. Who wouldn't want the chance to own a city? Besides, it's the city of Sword Pond. Mangagreat.com. I'm not going totally. I have a lot of old grudges with Janshi. That thunderbolt almost killed me and many people from the Red Sun clan. I must take revenge. Some things are not as simple as they appear. The sword-fighting conference held in Janshi is not a show and demonstration. If you suddenly win over one of their men, you provoke the wrath of Janshi. So if you have any plans, you'd better discuss them with the Lord, at least tell Elder. You understand this? In the following days, it seems that because she was so accustomed to living here, Xian did not return and simply stayed with Ming to study mathematical texts. Mangagreat.com. And he also gave her a lot of advice to help her get started. It must be said that Xian was indeed a mathematical genius and progressed very quickly, and within a few days she was completely immersed in her mathematical work without the help of Ming. Mangagreat.com. In his spare time, Ming familiarized himself with the law of crystals so that he could crystallize his entire body as he wished, so that both his attack and defense would be on a higher level. Xian would also accompany him to work on it, and they both gained a lot and got to know each other better. 10 days later. Mangagreat.com. Manga Griokam. Master finally came out of the gate. Mangagreat.co is Xiantian residence. When the master was in the Martal Saint realm, he was able to kill the martial gods, Mangagreat.com. Now that he had broken through the Martal god, he was definitely one of the top figures in the Tan Yuan continent. It's just that I don't know how it compares with the Great Emperor. Even if it's not as good, it's probably not far behind. Mangagreat.com. Disciple, you're here. Mangagreat.com. Congratulations, Master, on your achievement of the Martal God. Ha 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 ha. Mangagreat.com. If it were not for the Tammi technique and the Chaos Calculation Sutra, I would not have been able to break through in 100 years. Come, let's talk in the house. Ming, from today onwards, I will officially pass on the way of your talisman formation for the teacher. But before that, there is one more thing to do. Our Yang religion is a great Mangagreat.com religion that has served for more than 100 years, and it has served because of its foundation and rules. Although I have accepted you as my disciple, I have not yet undergone the formal ceremony. Tomorrow at noon, the Yang Church will hold a ceremony of worship. At that time, a hierarch and all the elders will attend. Master, Mangagreat.com. Do elders have to take on disciples like this? Of course not. Within the Yang Church, there are external elders, internal elders, and core elders. In addition, there is another kind of elder, called the cardinal elder, which is the one who really holds the authority of the Yang religion. When I became a martial sage, I became a cardinal elder. It's a big deal for the cardinal to accept disciples, because the disciple of the cardinal may be the next cardinal. Master, how many cardinal elders are there in our Yang Church? Mangagreat.com. Only 3. And there are always only 3. Moreover, the position of cardinal elder is hereditary and cannot be taken away from anyone else. Not even the hierarch can decide who will hold it. Mangagreat.com. It turns out that the master is so powerful, is one of the 3 Gants of the Yang sect. No wonder he usually does not even bother with the sect master. However, tomorrow's ceremony should not be peaceful. You can just deal with it without any reservations. Not peaceful? Mangagreat.com. What does it matter to anyone if I worship? The relationship is bigger. The disciples of the cardinal elders are the cardinal disciples, who have a higher status than the core disciples and are in direct control of the affairs of the church. Mangagreat.com. After you become a teacher, the master will gme you a fat job, and there are only a light number of fat jobs, so if you take one, there will be people who are eager to see you. Is it fat? God, what is the master planning to GME me? With the size of the Yang Church, I'm afraid the fat job that the master has arranged for me is not the kind of fat that will make me greasy. Mangagreat.com. The wealthy elders who specialize in making money, what do you think? Elder of Fortune. I have heard people mention that the Elder of Fortune is in the business of generating money. If you make money, you will be rewarded with a good amount of money yourself. If you don't make money, there is no penalty, but it is a great position for everyone. Alright, you go and get ready for the big ceremony tomorrow. Mangagreat.co. It was so hard for me to receive such a disciple, and I had to prepare for the ceremony of worship. Hey, after the ceremony tomorrow, I will become a wealthy elder. Just thinking about it, I feel that the future of money is bright. What's more, Master is going to GME me a big gift tomorrow. It's a gift from a top Martal god. What will it be? Mangagreat.com, level 9 kill symbol? Or a Martal god puppet? If only I had a Martal god class puppet, I would be able to walk around the Tan Yuan continent. It is impossible to GME a martial god class puppet. The value of the existence of the master is to teach the disciple, not to raise a son. GMNG the master a Martal god level puppet will only make the master feel affectionate, and it will be of no benefit to growth. Mangagreat.com, I was just thinking about it. Disciple Hu Zheyer, Shirhan, Yu Xian, meet the young master. Mangagreat.com. Why did you suddenly come? What's going on here? Visit and read this manhwa at mangagreat.com to support the translation team. At the same time, when Elder Wise Mountain Peak was in turmoil, the sect master informed all the disciples of the sect that Elderai would have a ceremony of apprenticeship tomorrow. Mangagreat.com, we came here to make friends and congratulate you in advance. Let's just refer to each other as peers, don't call HM little master, it sounds awkward. No, that's the rule, YNNG. You are a disciple of the cardinal elders and your status is equal to that of the core elders, so you must call him junior master. Not to mention us, even ordinary elders have to call you uncle when they see you. Yes. Well, even Mangagreat, Core.E making fun of me, these days, you are fed and housed for nothing. Who wants you to raise? At most, it can only be regarded as a gift of food and drink, the tea is still my money to buy it. What? Food and accommodation? I also want good food. Hey, say, how far have you two progressed? Are you really LMNG together? Just practice together while staying overnight for a few days. MNG's house is very large and has many rooms, and they LME separately. Mangagreat.com, don't think too much, he has a partner. Ha, I was wrong. Today is a good day, Eve Pikita place, let's celebrate together with a glass of wine. Mangagreat.com. Mangagreat.com. Congratulations, Junior Master. Let's drink up together. Ah, good wine, good food, good TME. Young Master is now a disciple of the Cardinal, and his future is much better than going to Changlong Academy, Mangagreat.com. Would you like to return to Dongchi College? If you call me that again, I'll use my power to make you look bad. Hoo. HWM. Although Dongchi College is good, it seems to be no match for the Yin Yang Church. Even if you go to Qinglong College, the growth environment may not be better than now. Mangagreat.com. When Mastery did not become a Martal god, he already stood at the top of the Yin Yang religion. Now that he has become a Martal god, the future is luckless. As long as he is here, my future will be free from worries. Master, a martial artist should have great ambition. What is the master's ambition? Mangagreat.com. Ambition. All along, I didn't seem to have much ambition but just wanted to have a better life. If we can get Lonar back safely, we will probably find a small place with her and LME peacefully with her parents. If the owner does not have a clear direction for the future, don't rush into a decision yet. Why Mangagreat.com? Wait until the owner understands what he or she wants before making a decision. Ming thinks that Dongchi College still has to go back, and Changlong College also wants to go. No matter how good the Yin Yang religion is, it is only a small place compared to the FME great dynasties, the heaven beyond heaven and other worlds. The owner stays there all the time, which is like a dragon LMNG in a shallow pond. You're right, as the saying goes, he was born in trouble and died in peace, and I've grown so much because I'm always in trouble. Mangagreat.com. I can't imagine what my future self will be like if I settle for pleasure. I will definitely go back to Dongchi College. Andy will definitely go to Qinglong College. There gather the geniuses of the entire Qinglong dynasty, and many great sects and holy places will send their disciples to further their studies. Only when you go there can you see what it means to be outside of heaven and outside of human beings. Good, now that the mangacap Azure Hunting Mouse has been recovered and the crime of death has been forgiven, I will soon be going to the Qinglong Academy. I hope we can meet there. The elder of the house, Mangacap, Manhwa, has seen uncle. I came here to arrange a new residence for my uncle on the order Ofizu. Master, this person is a Martal Lord. Martial Lord calls me uncle? Why does it feel so awkward? Mangagreat.com, where is your new home located? The new residence is located in the Palace of Me Lightning, not far from the Palace of the Sun where Izu lies, and the entire palace belongs to uncle. The servants and maids in the hall have been arranged, so please go and choose one or two first. If you are not satisfied, you can change the mat anytime. I'm going to go too, I'm going to see it too. Mangagreat.com. I have not seen the palace on the level of the temple. Okay, so, let's go and have a look. It is also one of the main peaks of the Yin-Yang religion and is connected to 7 other peaks of the same size to form the 8 trigrams formation, which protects the Yin-Yang religion. At the top of the 8 peaks is the 4 Elephants Peak, where the 3 cardinal elders and the sect master reside. Mangagreat.com. Inside the Divine Lightning Palace, there are large and small halls and 200 or 300 rooms, 200 boys and girls, and many gardens. Inside, there are exotic flowers and exotic animals in captivity, which are of rare origin. Mangagreat.com. Greetings, Master double exclamation mark. Mangagreat.com. Wow. Hee, so cute. It is enable to have so many maids and children at one's disposal. Mangagreat.com. After all, it's our young master, so it's important to have some dignity. Uncle, these boys and girls are carefully selected from among the handyman disciples, and their qualifications are quite good, the least of which is the top-grade mortal body. If you are not satisfied, you can change the batch. I'm very satisfied, so let's leave them. It's a waste to LME in such a nice palace when I'm not at home all the time. Mangagreat.com. Uncle, there are 100 Martal God coins, 500 grade 7 talisman coins, a set of the highest quality heavenly silk holy cloth, and a knot token in the ring. This is an essential item for a cardinal disciple, so please take a look at it. Visit and read this manhwa at mangagreat.com to support the translation team. Hangagreat.co 100 martial god coins, 500 level 7 talisman money, and holy cloth. The treatment of this cardinal's disciple is also very good. I just don't know what the cardinal's order is. With the cardinal decree, the uncle can enter the important places of the church, such as the library and the caves, and can receive 500 Martal God coins every year. In addition, if you need anything, you can send a message through the transition stone in the temple, and the nearest elder will come to serve you as soon as possible. Mangagreat.com. If the uncle does not GME orders, Li Hua will retire. Thank you for your hard work. My house is quite big, ILME alone is also a waste, you are welcome to come and play anytime. Yeah. Mangagreat.co, let's stay here today, there are so many rooms, so feel free to choose the one you like. Yes, then, we'll be happy to help. At the stage of Samurai and Samura, the master has reached the ultimate. After becoming a Martal artist's life expectancy is extended to 3 years, of which there are 8 levels. Do you know, master, what is the extreme of a martial artist? The training of a martial artist is the fusion of astral energy and spiritual energy. Is it more aura than others? Hangagreat.co, no, the ultimate goal of a Martal master lies in condensing the spiritual chakras. Every time the realm is imprisoned by one level, there will be one more spiritual chakra. When the 8 spiritual chakras are condensed, a spirit lake will be formed in the Sif Chi, which means that the Martal arts realm is complete. When the master has reached the Martal master level, he can try to form a spirited sea. Spiritual sea? Didn't I just say that the formation of a spiritual lake is complete? Mangagreat.co, Spirit Lake is the perfection, and Spirit Sea is the ultimate. When the master transforms the spirit chakra into a ramera and the acupuncture points into a lake, it can be gathered into a sea of spirit energy, which is the ultimate Martal arts master. Good, just have a direction. Next, let's start practicing. That night, Ming practiced until dawn, and in order not to delay the ceremony of worship, he left the Divine Lightning Palace early to meet with Xian Tian. Inside the residence of Xian Tian. Mangagreat.com. Master, you don't seem to be in a good mood, what's going on? It was not a big deal, but I had a fight with two other cardinal elders. They were unwilling to GME up their positions as financial elders. It doesn't matter if you don't become an elder of fortune, you don't have to be angry with them for that. Mangagreat.com, heh? Both of them, each of them, took 2 or 3 cardinal disciples and placed them in various important positions in the Yin Yang religion. I, Ishiyantan, only accept one disciple, can't I arrange a good position? Don't worry about this, I have my own plan. It seems that today's worship ceremony may not go so. Yin Yang Church, Yin Yang Gods and Goddesses Altar. Just by standing here, one can feel countless doses of therapying pressure. The people you see are all Martal saints, Martal sages, and even Martal gods. During the age of the gods, there were many gods and goddesses, and during this TME, the god Ophian An Yang emerged as a great power, and in his later years, he founded the Yin and Yang religion, which was carefully called Natadan, became a great religion. Now, more than 100 years have passed, and we follow the teachings of the gods and worship them at all major events. Now, I am pleased to have a beloved pupil, Ming, to whom I teach cardinally, and I hereby hold a ceremony of worship. Now, the ceremony of worship begins. Cardinal, Ming, worship the god of Yin and Yang. Mangagariam calmed gods and goddesses, Ming, pay homage to the master. My disciple, meet the master. Malt come. Disciple, please get up. I will GME you 3 things, it's a gift to the teacher, so keep it. As a teacher, you are good at talisman, and all the things you GME to you are talisman. The first gift is the symbolic armor. There are 9 sets of 108 defensive formations, 81 killing formations, 36 evanishment formations, and invincibility formations. Of course, in order to use the full power of this talism armor, you must at least reach the Martal Exaltation realm, and with your current realm, you can only activate one of the 108 defensive formations. Even so, Martal artists at the level of Martal Lord or Martal Art can't do anything to you. All the formations are attached to my skin, and they are integrated with the chi of my whole body. As long as the MND moves, the formations can be activated. Mangagreat.co, the second gift is some lion talismans made by the master, each of which is equivalent to the strength of an ordinary 4th level Martal artist. Although it can be used directly as a soldier, that is the next best thing, you can call UPA combination of tokens and use them to build your best formations for many purposes. This is SWPLY, an army composed of lions of 4th level warriors. With this soldier in hand, I can even form an army at will. They can also be sent to do some chores when they have nothing to do, they are so useful. Hangagreat.co. The third gift is more practical and is placed in the storage weapon. Even if you don't use it to set UPA formation, if you use it as ordinary money, it is worth 18 million martial god coins for your cultivation path. 180 million martial god coins. 1 Martal god coin can be exchanged for 3 Saint coins and 9 Supreme coins. This is a huge fortune. Hiss. As expected of Cardinal Y, what a great stroke. Mangagreat.com. Wow, Elder E is too generous. Sister, look, the other elders are staring at us with red eyes. You are the only one who talks too much. Be careful to be heard by the elders and put on your little shoes. Mangagreat.com. The disciple of the Cardinal, Ming, was a bright and intelligent person with excellent qualifications. After discussing the matter, we decided to make him an elder of the fortune, but do the other cardinals have any objections? Had. Mangagreat.com. It's a great honor for Cardinal E to have such a disciple, congratulations, I should have been G-man a position. Only, it is not for everyone to take on the role of the elder of fortune. Hangagreat.coya. Visit and read this manhwa at mangagreat.com to support the translation team. Mangagreat.com, it's Cardinal Han. This is the ceremony of worship between EMNG and Cardinal E, and it's not appropriate for him to come out and oppose it, is it? Hey, you don't know that the original elder Zhao Ko is a disciple of Cardinal Han. Now EMNG wants to take Hai down, and he will definitely not agree. The amount of wealth managed by the wealthy elders is enormous, at least tens of billions of Martal God coins. I do not think he is suitable for this position because he is still young and not highly educated, and he has no experience in managing wealth. Cardinal Han is right in saying that not everyone can be a wealthy elder. How about this? Let's ask the former elder to come out and test Yi Ming. If Yi Ming can't handle it, we can consider other things. Mangagreat.co. If you say so, I will ask you a question to test you. Mangagreat.com. Brother, I am Zhou Zikuan, the former elder of fortune. I would like to congratulate you on becoming the master of Cardinal E. Next, I'm going to test you. I would like to ask you for your guidance. There are 3 requirements to be a good elder. First of all, you have to have an excellent memory, and you have to remember all the accounts by heart. This first test is to test your memory. If you can write down the contents of this book within a quarter of an hour, you will pass. Mangagreat.com. Tai Divine Technique. Divine Acting Technique. It doesn't seem to take a quarter of an hour, a moment is enough. With the Dmi magic of adjusting the flow of time at will, even the most numerous books can be easily remembered. Hangagreat.co. On March 6 of last year, there was an income of tens of billions of supreme coins, so let's hear about it. You can't be? So fast. On March 6 of last year, we sold a store on Songshan Street and earned 13.5 billion supreme coins. The buyer is Wang Delong, a wealthy folly on Songshan Street. We bought this store 10 years ago for only 3.2 billion supreme coins. In September of the previous year, the core disciple Jiang Zhou got married. How much was the gift from the sect? 50,000 supreme coins. Bai Ku, a disciple of the outer sect, molested the people, and the sect was fined. How much did he get into the account? 90008 Dominator coins. Oh my god, he really remembered it all. My dear, remember even such small things. That's awesome. Yi Ming was able to answer the questions and pass the first examination without missing a single word. The second test is Tosk my uncle to set up an illusionary formation, into which we will enter for 3 years to observe our brother's business skills. Hongagreat.com, okay? In the Phantom Formation, you both have 100 martial coins as the reserve. After 3 years of the Phantom Formation, whoever earns more will win. Hamgariat Co. As expected of the master, this illusion is just like the real thing. Hey, it has been a long TME since I opened a store. Take this opportunity to return to the old business. The last time I opened a store only 6 months, this time try, me 3 years I can actually earn how much? Sister, we don't really have to wait here for 3 years to see how they make money, do we? That looks so boring. A great power like Elderii naturally knows the rules of 2 and space, and the speed of TME flow inside and outside the illusionary realm is not the same. It is estimated that in about half an hour, they will come out. Ha 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 ha. In the illusionary world, the disciple spent 3 years turning 100 supreme coins into 9 million. Half an hour later. That's right, 100 becomes 9 lion, a full 9 Otmes. This is a remarkable achievement, worthy of a former elder of fortune. The disciple spent 3 years in the illusion, accumulated 138,760,000 supreme coins. Mangagreat.com. What? More than 100 million, an increase of more than 100 times? Possible, how can this be done? I don't believe he can earn that much in just 3 years. Elderii, you didn't change the rules of the illusion realm without permission, did you? Fair or not, one look will tell you. Mangagreat.co. Unlike Zhou Zikuan's way of thinking, EMNG did not rely on the information gap to sell his goods but opened a money bank, and the interest rate was much lower than the market. In the first year, his bank built up its reputation and credibility, and although it did not make much money, it gained a lot of repeat customers. In the second year, Based on the foundation laid in the first year, the number of depositors at his bank grew rapidly, and by the end of the year, the amount of money deposited at the bank reached 1 million supreme coins, with an annual profit of over 1 million supreme coins. In the third year, he used the profits he made to promote the existence of the bank and let more people know about it, and the amount of money on hand exceeded 1 billion supreme coins, and his profits directly exceeded 1 million supreme coins. Unbelievable, unbelievable. Nowadays, no one seems to be more suitable to be a wealthy elder than Yi Ming. Hangdagreat.co, I don't know what you would like to take next, sir. Forget. I lost 2 battles first. What qualifications do you have? I'm convinced to GME you the position of elder of fortune. Ha 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 ha, with your Nephawai as the wealthy elder, my Yang church will be prosperous. It should be so. Congratulations, Elder Yi. Ha ha ha, with such a capable financial elder, I'm afraid it won't be long before the salaries of the disciples and elders of the church will be doubled. The richer the sect is, the richer we are too. Visit and read this manhwa at mangagreat.com to support the translation team. After the ceremony, the same day. Hangdagreat.co. Originally, I was planning to GME you a chance to help you overpower your opponent in the phantom formation. I didn't realize that you were so good at making money that I couldn't use my teacher's tactics. No, it's just luck. Yi Ming, a disciple is not an easy disciple, and you have to be promoted to Martal Monarch by the age of 30, or you will be stripped of your discipleship. You must practice well and don't slacken your MND. Don't worry, Master, I know what to do. There is one more thing I need to tell the Master. Some time ago, the disciples of the Sword Pawn came to our Yang church, and I had some conflicts with them and agreed to participate in a sword fight. I know about the sword fighting competition, and many powers will bet on the lottery. We martial artists are good at martial arts, so it is normal for us to want to participate. But with that look on your face, you're not going to win first place? Mangagreat.com. My apprentice has already made preliminary cultivation of the Xian White Emperor sword. You can try, and also want to make a big profit. It's just that the cost of the challenge is too high. I've actually cultivated the Xian White Emperor sword. Mangagreat.com. Good, we'll work out the color scheme for the teacher, so you can just participate. Master, I will win a few cities for you, old man. Mangagreat.co, it's not going to be that easy, so just GME it your all and let your teacher take care of the rest. Don't run around these days, learn the way of rune formation with me first. In the next half month, Yi Ming spent most of the time studying talisman with Yi Xian, and the progress was very fast. Even Yi Xian praised his comprehension of talismanship. In the future, you will be able to go beyond being a teacher. Mangagreat.com. After that, Yi Ming spent half a month officially taking over the position of the wealthy elder, with 300 disciples in charge of the accounts alone. Even so, there were still many chores. In order not to interfere with his training, Yi Ming simply asked Yu Xian to manage it on his behalf, and by the way, even Shirhan and Hujir were transferred to the accountant's office to be trained by Yu Xian. Hoo. Wrong calculation. Recalculate. Oh my. I am obviously not good at calculating, but I have to learn chaos arithmetic and mathematics. Mangagreat.co. So, do I like to count money? Like. Not only counting money, but also doing work here is particularly enjoyable for me and my brother Shirhan. The salary is much higher than being an ordinary disciple. I like it, but do not learn. Look at Shirhan, she practiced last week. Oh. Mangagreat.co. Shirhan is smarter than me, or it would be my turn to be his sister. You're so bad, you bully me at the drop of a hat. I want sister you to teach me. I have to go out to do something for myself, so I can't teach you for now. And she will be going to Qinglong College soon, so you and Shihan will have to take care of all these chores, so work hard. When the bank I founded was taken away by Wu Tanjiao, I have been a bit resentful. Now that I have become a wealthy elder, I have a lot of money in my hands and I want to resolve my regrets at the beginning. Yi Ming, I have brought people to Hangdagreat.co. Sure enough, it's Yi Ming. Finally, I see you. Yu Zanzan told me about you and Ji Wudi along the way. I still don't believe it, I didn't expect it to be you. I can't believe that someone from my Qi Yang sect could become a disciple of the Cardinal, it's a great honor. Hangagreat.co. I'm just lucky, guys. YMNG, all the things you asked me to do have been done. Today, in the name of the Yin Yang Church, we have established enough banks in major cities. What should I do next? They were the best people who helped me run the bank, and they took care of everything. Of course, the bulk of the profits of the money changers had to be handed over to the Yin Yang Church. After all, it was built with the money of the Yin Yang Church as the capital. Hamajaria.com Cien UGME theme a few notes back, so that they can take care of the small things themselves and you can take care of the big things. Although the money is for the clan, I should be able to get a portion of the dens, and I will leave a share to you. If you have an important matter that is difficult to handle, you must consult with me. Thank you for your trust. You're welcome. With such a large number of bankers, a small move could result in a huge fortune. Ming gave it all to me. This trust is really rare. Hamajiae.com a gentleman, I'll leave the management of the money changers to you. Although the locations are scattered, there are 26 clans affiliated with the Yin Yang Church, and major gangs, dark bureaus, chambers of commerce, casinos, etc. are scattered throughout Eastern Qi, so with their local influence, our bank is sure to prosper. After all arrangements were made, Yiming returned to Xian Tian side and cultivated intensively to prepare for the upcoming sword fighting competition. Humma Mcum. 1 month later. Hua HHHH. Oh, YMNG, congratulations on your breakthrough to level 7 Martial Artist, how does it feel now? Mangagreat.com My body was filled with spiritual energy, my spiritual chakra was broadened several tmes, and consequently, my strength grew. Today, it has reached 2 million pounds. Generally speaking, the LWT of strength for a guru is 1 million pounds, and to exceed it only a supreme can do so. Even for saint-level geniuses, to reach a strength of 2 million pounds, one must at least be at the martial arts realm. Today, the fact that you have such great power at the martial master level shows that your foundation is perfect. Even my master back then was not as good as you. Mangagreat.com where, the main reason is that I have practiced dragon elephant kung fu, and I also occasionally get the true dragon bloodline, so I can have this accumulation. No wonder, with your current strength, no one in the sword pond can threaten you except the Zhou Do Huang. However, the Qinglong sword fighters have been under the control of the sword pond for many years, and if we want to take advantage of them, we can't rely on the Yin Yang Church alone. It is necessary to pull in the big players. Ha ha ha. My pupil is really smart, and he understands it right away. Visit and read this manhwa at mangagreat.com to support the translation team. Mangagreat.com. The Yin Yang sect is closely related to the True Dragon Holy Land, and the True Dragon Holy Land participates in almost every sword fight, but every time it is suppressed by the sword pond, suffocating it for hundreds of years. Also, your master Mykaniying was born in the Holy Land of True Dragon. If you can represent both the True Dragon Holy Land and the Yin Yang sect in the sword fight, I'm sure the True Dragon Holy Land will be very happy to do so. Master, in that case, will I have to GME half of my winnings to the True Dragon Holy Land? Hanga Greco. Haha, how can the True Dragon Holy Land look at you? You can rest assured of this, as long as you have the skills, you can win as much as you want. Let's go. Hangagreat.co Let's first go to the True Dragon Holy Land, and then go to the Sword Pond with Hai. Mangagreat.com. We have a guest. The last time I came to the True Dragon Holy Land to participate in the Hidden Dragon ranking, I was brought directly to the courtyard by the master of the house by means of the unmerce in his sleeves, and he had never seen the mountain gate. I can't believe the gate is so magnificent. Mangagreat.com. Hee, the dragons on the 2 pillars are not karms but LME 9th level monsters. It is a symbol and protector of the mountain. It's something. Suddenly I remembered that I still have a Bug King corpse, I need to sell it summitly, it should be worth a lot of money. Ha ha ha. Mariko. I wondered who it was, but it was Brother Y. What brought you here? Brother Chang, this is my disciple. Tomorrow, Sword Pond will hold the Qing Long Sword Fighting Club, and I intend to let HM participate. Mangacaps.com. I wonder how it is, isn't this the kid who was #1 in the Dragon ranking last time? How did you manage to pry yourself away from East Chi College? What is prying away? Ming was a disciple of my Yin Yang religion, first under the tutelage of Gao Fengxian, and then under my tutelage as a cardinal disciple. To tell you the truth, my apprentice, with his unbelievable qualifications, will represent the Yin Yang sect and the true Dragon Holy Land in the battle, and he will be able to make a splash and overwhelm all the geniuses of the Sword Pond. Hangagreat.co. It's a pity that you, the Holy Land of the True Dragon, which is known as the most powerful among the Holy Lands, have been suppressed by the Sword Pond in Sword Dao. You are a disrespectful old man who is always exposing people's shortcomings, ha. I had no intention of participating in this sword fight, but after you said it, I was a bit tempted. How about this? I gave Yi NNG the status of a true dragon sage, and let HM represent the true dragon sacred ground alone in the sword tournament. What do you think? How, seeing my disciple's extraordinary talent, you, the true dragon Holy Land, are going to steal him? It is said that you are stubborn, and it is true. The rapid rise of true dragon Holy Land was inseparable from the strong support of the Yin Yang sect. The Yin Yang sect was so brilliant thanks to the secret help of true dragon Holy Land. The two follies have always been inseparable, so naturally, your disciples are also my disciples, so what's the point of denying them? This is not only AP3 but also a robbery. It would also be beneficial for Yi NNG to be a true dragon sage, but in this competition, he had to represent both follies, and the prize of the Sword Pond was very high, and the prize of the match had to be paid by the true dragon Holy Land. Good idea, good idea. Kid, take it, from now on, you will be the holy son of the Holy Land of the true dragon. It is full of martial arts, exercises, clothes, etc. from the Holy Dragon Holy Land, and there is even a lot of money. Is it appropriate to make me a saint so casually? Mangagreat.co, since we have to participate, I don't want to send online MNG to the true Dragon Holy Land. You guys go to the Dragon Hall for a while, I'll go pick some disciples with good sword skills. Inside the Dragon Hall. Igagreat.co. True Dragon Sage, Cardinal Disciple, Golden Son of the Dragon Folly. I'm getting more and more status, so it won't affect me going to Qing Long College, right? Master? Dance Master, what brings you here? After the war in the north is over, I will return to the Ypral court to resume my duties and come to the Holy Land of the True Dragon to train for the Martal Saint realm. Dance Master, this is my other master, the Yin Yang teaching elder Yi Xiantian. I have heard a lot about Mr. Yi, and I heard that you have become a god of martial arts, so I congratulate you. You're welcome, you and I are both Yi MNG's masters, so there's no need to be formal. I see that you have a strong murderous energy, warm and tough meridians, even as a Martal Lord against the Martal Saint cannot lose, and the spirit of warmth and fullness. This retreat is sure to be a breakthrough, so I would like to congratulate you. Mangagreat.co, as expected of a E master, he can see through a dancer's background at a glance. But I'm afraid this retreat will take a long TME, so I'll have Toastmaster E to take care of it. I have never accepted any disciples, so I don't know how to teach, and my training is not as good as Mr. Wise, so I will take Mr. Wise's side as my main priority. That's not fair, it's an honor for us as teachers that Ji Ming has grown up. You Andy will do our best to nurture him, regardless of priority. I will not be going to the sword fight as I am about to close down. You take care of everything. Don't worry, Master, I will pay more attention. It is not easy for a dancer, she has always been lonely and cold, so it's really hard to say such caring words. Brothery, they are all sons of the true Dragon Holy Land, so I'm sure they can achieve good results. How about getting up now? Good. Then, let's go. Visit and read this manhwa at mangagreat.com to support the translation team. Mangagreat.com, Sword Pond, Sword Fighting Competition Venue. There are many pillars, each inscribed with a large number of Sword Dao runes. If the runes on all the pillars are activated, they will form a very powerful and therapying formation. Master, what is this formation? Hangagreat.co Heaven and Earth Absolute Kill Sword Formation. Once this killing formation is activated, I am afraid that no mortal god under the heavens can withstand it. What does it mean to hold a sword fight in a sword formation? There is no need to worry, for the Heaven and Earth Externation Sword Formation to be activated, each pillar must be presided over by a martial god, and the cost is so great that it cannot be activated unless the clan is facing a crisis. The reason why the sword pond will be held here is just to show respect to the participants and show off your wrists, by the way. Mangagreat.com. Holy Lord, why don't you see the people of the Holy Land of Sword Pond come to greet you? Yes, we have been here for a while, and it is time for the people of Sword Pond to show themselves. Mangagreat.co. This is Mangagreat.com. I wondered what the people of Sword Pond were doing, but they were there to greet the big man. The bearing of this young man should be one of the 4 gods. Do the people of God's Earth want to participate in sword fights too? This is the first TME. Hangagreat.co. Haha, I remembered it. Last TME, Ming defeated the people of the heavenly god Earth and the immortal god temple, probably because of this matter. Hangagreat.co. All. Farcom. Sword Pond, in Yushang. Now, the sword fighting competition begins. All the forces that came to fight built the ring. I want to get the first place, I have to challenge them one by one? Ha 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 ha. Ming, NTT. You were at least number 1 on the dragon ranking back then, and there must have been many people who wanted to fight with you. It should be them to challenge you. Grioka. You see there, that God's Earth boy keeps staring at you. I guess he am panicking and want to have a fight with you. Hangreetcom. There are so many people in the room, do I have to play all of them to be the first? The sword competition is different from the dragon ranking. The main purpose of the dragon ranking is to compete for the top spot, while the main purpose of the sword competition is to win the championship. If someone wants to challenge the broadcasters, he or she must offer the appropriate prize, otherwise, the broadcasters can unilaterally refuse. In this way, the winner of the highest number of prizes will be the first. In other words, as long as you have more money than your opponent, you can pick your opponent. Even if your opponent is stronger than you can't do anything about it. Hangagreat.co. So, the sword fighting competition is not only about strength, but also about the power and wealth behind the competition. Mangagreat.com, that's an interesting rule. Ming, suppress my strength to 50%. Suppression. It's been a long time since I've fought, and this feeling really makes me nostalgic. I, Yu Pingji, a disciple of the spiritual sword sect, have come to teach Brother Ming. How do I know my name? Who doesn't know the first place on the dragon ranking list? My younger brother's uncle is Lei Jianshi, the elder of the Sword Pond, who often talks about the extraordinary nature of Brother Yi. Of course, I have also prepared a lot of gifts, so I will not let my brother work in vain. Lei Jianshi? Luck? IZ? This person is probably sent by Lei Jianshi to test my strength. If he dares to take the initiative, he can't do it without paying a price. Master, since they have prepared a generous prize, we should not be outdone. Mangagreat.co, I see that this is the first battle. Just bet on 2 or 3 cities first, right? CTY? Play so big? Brother, betting on the city is a bit inappropriate, right? You think all sects are as rich as the Yin Yang sect? Even among the great sects, the Yin Yang sect is in the top tier. The spiritual sword sect is only at the bottom of the great church of 10,000 years and is weaker than the Black Dragon sect. Nonsense, how can you bet on a city as soon as you come in? You look like you're bullying someone. Yes, that's more like it. Let's play small and just bet some money. After all, even if we sell our spiritual sword sect, we can't get a few cities in return. I have 18 billion god coins here, think of it as your first small win. Mangagreat.com 10 billion god coins?